Winnie really let the show.
We're on?
We're good.
Huh?
We are all set.
Why do you sound different now?
I switched to my headset.
It sounds terrible.
I do?
No, you're wrong. Incorrect.
That's so Mike and I were testing. We're good. You want me to turn you up?
Shut up. It doesn't sound weird to you?
Better than Monday, I think.
I thought I sounded fine, but Dave
No,
sounds...
you didn't.
No?
So I went back and listened, and I think my favorite part, because everyone was complaining about the sound, and my favorite part was that Dave, the concept of sound is like a Pink Floyd album to Dave. He's like, no, you just don't get why it's actually better than it was when
Have you made any adjustments, Dave, or not?
Well, look at what you're talking into.
The old mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You sound awful.
I'm not. Do I
just-
sound awful to you?
You sound great.
Okay. I'm just telling you do. I mean, it's
All right. Well,
fine.
I tested everything 25 times. So.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't sound great.
A D minus.
What do you want me to say? Great. Well, I'm happy you did that. Thank you. Let me start with a quick announcement. We are on the YouTube channel. Of course, you're probably listening to this later on iTunes or Stitcher or Spotify or wherever you listen to this fine podcast, The Kirk Minihane Show. Dave Cullinane, Justin Trudell, Michael Geary, Harry Minihane is in the virtual room.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Well, it's the summer. He's playing his whatever video games in there right now. So
Justin's going to be jealous.
sitting on the floor, just playing his games. So, what was I going to say before I said all that?
Announcement?
Oh, patreon.com/blindmike, of course.
Oh, thank you.
It's fine, of course. So I was thinking the Saco show, which we did the announcement for the other day. I'm going to do this thing like I do every year, where I go and people like this, and I'm happy to do it. I said I would do it. I go and meet everybody. Mm-hmm. Last year, Justin, we did it both nights. How long did it take, Justin? Both nights.
Justin, how long did it take last year? Both nights.
Long ass time.
Put on your mic and headset there. We got a mic for him today, so don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it.
Uh-oh.
If you say what's up, I'm going to kill you. I'm not kidding. I will kill you.
Do it.
What's the question?
He's good. He knows his way around it.
How long did it take me to greet everyone last year at Saco?
Good hour and a half.
Both nights, right? Yeah. All right. So, it's too many people, the Saco thing. So, tomorrow, end of the show Friday. When the show ends Friday, Dave.
Okay.
The tickets are off. We're taking them off. However many tickets we have, we're done.
It is what it is.
I don't care if it's 108. I don't care if it's 326, 92. But I know it's going to be more than it was at the Saco show last year because it was split in half. And I don't want it to be 4 hours. So if you want to go to the Saco show, you've got until the end of the show Friday, and then they are gone forever. And I will also say this, unlike the other shows, if you're there, you see it. If you're not there, we're not releasing it.
You don't hear that too often.
What's that?
Where they're like, we're going to stop selling tickets.
I'm sorry.
We don't care if it doesn't sell out.
I don't. Well, I don't. We'll put sold out in the shirt anyway.
Then you're not getting them.
We're putting sold out in that shirt anyway, but sells out or not.
So your point is it took you a shitload of time last year. It's going to take you the same amount of time and then some anyway, right?
Thank you, Dave.
Did he cut for you too?
Yeah.
What? I wish he had. No, sadly he didn't. No, he just literally recapped everything I just said. Is this going to be a role in the show
It's
now?
just a synopsis, a quick little synopsis, yeah.
I thought that was pretty concise.
Okay, I just tried to help
What
you out.
fat did I put in there?
Nothing too crazy. No.
Okay. So, do you understand? Mike, go ahead. Mike, you do it as well. Go ahead.
Well, so I think, if I understand right, that
Sure.
Friday,
And I apologize. Was it confusing?
it was a little bit.
Well, please translate for me.
Well, I'm wondering, like on Saturday, can I still buy a ticket?
No, you will not be able to. Friday it ends, yes.
What if I wait till like next Monday, like the work week?
Not think you're in trouble then. You have to the end of the show on
damn it.
Friday.
Jesus,
Yes,
all right.
yeah.
Okay, now I
Hey,
got it.
Justin, grab the mic for a second, would you? Did you understand what I was saying?
Yes.
Okay, so what was that?
By the end of the show Friday, the tickets will be taken off the store.
Okay, so I think everybody has translated it properly.
That's good.
Very good.
Thank you, Dave. Dave was the first one to
See
do
if
it.
the comments understand.
Let's see. Who are you pointing at?
Justin.
It's not even close.
He's there, isn't he? He's in that room?
No, he's in this room.
he's in
now.
Dave's
he is?
room.
He's in this room.
Oh, all right.
Oh, it's so funny. He's so blind. I heard the end of Gerry's show the other day, and Craig was on.
Yes,
And
I heard it too.
I just heard the clip, and how's Mike doing? And Craig's like, oh, he's blinder than ever. And Gerry's like, oh, it's too bad. Well, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
You're misquoting me. He said, how's Mike? Is he still blind?
Well, he's an optimistic guy.
Yeah, maybe it cured itself.
So, like I was saying, whether I think every live show we've ever done, Mike, I could be wrong, we have distributed out the next day in some form or fashion.
I can't speak to the VFW shows, but
Well, I think they were broadcast. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they were. So this will be the first one that is not.
Okay.
And so I will say this. This is my only tease. And again, you have till Friday at the end of the show. If we don't sell another ticket, great. I think we've done fine so far. No problem. Whatever. Great. I'm working on something that I think is my most ambitious project yet, and I will debut it at Saco.
ooh,
That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
tease.
That's all.
I have a little gripe with that. I have a little gripe.
okay.
Okay.
Why did you address that situation with Justin via text? It's like it was Justin.
Because I like him more than I like you.
Justin's actually your boss.
Answer the question.
Why are you asking your boss what do you care?
I don't know. I just thought you would want my help with something like that.
You will help out with
Okay,
it.
well, you addressed it to Justin.
Well, Justin, I don't want to give anything away, Dave.
No, I'm not. We're not. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Well, you are, but I would say Justin has some experience in that field at that venue in the past. That's all. So I went to him first, and then you were on the text.
I know. I was on the text, but you
So
addressed
then what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. I would think you would want my help and my input.
You
That's
were
all.
on the text. What are you talking about?
Wait, you were part
I
of the
forgot he
group?
was on. That's how fucking
It was
useless he
one of
is.
those things that it was like he was talking to Justin, but included me out of pity, which
Boy,
is
this
accurate.
is
Jesus
some
fucking
real
Christ.
like my girlfriend
What
is
are we
ignoring
talking
me.
about here? I forgot you were on the text. That's how irrelevant you were to the whole thing. So
Like you included me, but I knew you didn't really want me there.
here it is. Let's see. It's a question for Justin. Justin, you think we could do this for Saco? And I said something that I'll have done for it, obviously. Justin said, of course. I said, okay, we'll need to carve out a few days. And then Dave jumps in. Are you asking that because of quality concerns? No, Dave, I'm asking that.
I just had to say something. I had to say
I want to see
something.
if there's an Arby's in the area.
Say it to my fucking face.
What a stupid question. Talk about having to like get you exactly. You just wanted to be part of the conversation.
That's literally what I wanted to be. Yeah.
I actually stared at the phone. I was like,
What's your angle here, Minihane?
"Are you asking about this quality because of quality concerns?
What are you driving at?
Is this what it's going to be like?"
Don't tell me you want this to be of good quality.
I didn't know if that was like, did he hire people in the past or whatever? I don't know. So whatever.
Why didn't you go to him? Well, and ask him.
I thought it was a collaborative conversation. You included me for a reason. I figured you wanted some input.
I actually think I did by mistake.
I meant to text Carano.
I was, yeah. Oh, God. I think it was supposed to be Moroso.
Oh, boy.
Still can't believe Moroso turned the job down. What's the one?
I know.
Collins, not a bad second option.
Sad.
Where do you guys? Well, I'll start wherever you want. And by the way, you can call in. The phone number is 617-779-7937. 617-779-7937. Text us 37937. The AT&T text line. The texts are cooking away right now, I see. So you get till Friday at, say, noon. Friday at high noon, and then Mike's right. There's not a lot of people that would say, and then we're going to stop trying to make money.
Whether you want it or not.
The Barstool people will love that.
That's what I think that might be what frustrated Steve most. I was thinking about this yesterday when you were talking.
No question.
You don't want to grow the audience, but
Correct.
you also actively work against growing
Correct.
it.
Yes, I don't think there's any. Boy, it's just state the obvious day here. Yes, you're right.
Right.
You're right. You know what else, Mike? I don't like inconsistency.
Is that
I'm
right?
Not pointing it out.
Hypocrisy?
I will.
No good?
And you know what? You're not a cancel culture guy.
I'm certainly not.
You're not.
I'm certainly not.
Where do you boys want? I'll start wherever you guys want. I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling good. I feel good about this decision because I was worried about spending 5 hours going around, and now I feel better about this. I feel better.
Good.
And if we can make a little less dough for the company, then that's what it's all about.
Yeah, good. The good news is only 3 tickets have been sold, so you're only going to have to meet
Is that right?
3 people.
Shit,
yes.
I bought 2 of them. That's not good. That would be great. It's going to be, whoever. I'm trying to think of the worst person to see there. There's no end of that, obviously. The candidates are
Well,
endless.
Kevin from Bristol is on the shit list, obviously.
Always. Oh, so we should address, let's do this first. So there's no Jared Carabas Friday. I don't know if we discussed that yet.
Not on the show.
Not on the
Dave
show.
just told me, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was on the text thread with Steve Robinson and Carabas talking about it. Because it's big show stuff.
Justin and Harrison.
Yes, it was me. What was the guy's name? Pete? What was the
Pete.
the guy who went after Kelly Martin?
Oh, yeah, that was his name, Pete.
What was it?
Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete. So on the ticket, somebody tweeted me and said, "Hey, The tickets say that the gates open at 5 o'clock in Saco. I think that is just standard drive-in theater policy for them. He'll open it earlier than that, right, Justin?
We were talking about that earlier.
I know Dave. I'm sorry. Dave and Justin. Sorry.
As a matter of fact, I know the answer to this as well.
I didn't mean to ask.
Justin, first of all, Justin's listening on delay. So Justin's listening to the live stream.
Dave, I don't care.
Well, how can he hear you? You keep going to him, but he can't hear you.
Then he comes on and I ask him, Dave.
Okay,
What does it matter?
Because he takes him like 45 seconds to answer the fucking
So
question.
what's he doing now anyway?
Okay, well,
These endless clips during the show that fucking annoy
Right
everyone?
now, he's like, yes, actually, they'll open before 5.
Somebody tweeted me about the tickets, and they said that the gates open at 5. And my understanding is that is just probably typical Saco drive-in rules. Like if a normal movie's playing on a Saturday.
Yeah, we were in there earlier than that last year. I think it
Jesus
was the
Christ!
same.
Can fucking Justin answer the question? Both of you. Okay,
Shut
you're
up,
both.
Mike.
You're
Shut
both.
up.
Listen, Mike, you're part of the show. Okay, Dave, you're part of the show. Okay, you don't have to weigh in on everything. It's okay.
I don't think Justin knows. Let's see if he knows the answer to this.
Justin.
Yes.
Justin, yes or yes to the question?
Yes. Just what's the question?
I asked it. So on the ticket it says gates open at 5 o'clock at Saco, but I don't think that's the case, right? It wasn't last year. I imagine
Yeah,
that's if whatever's playing, F9 is playing there this weekend, the gates are probably open at 5. My
Yeah.
guess is it's different for our show, correct?
Yeah, I'll reach out to the owner and I'll get back to you.
Could you call him or you call the drive-in theater number?
I will call him himself.
Okay, because last year it opened far earlier than that.
I believe around like 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, good. Thank you. Justin Trudell, ladies and gentlemen. See, he did know the answer. Actually, he didn't, but that's okay.
I was hoping he was going to say, I don't know.
That's
What do
basically
you
what he
need?
said. So I've decided, we're going to have sort of a podcast marathon there, whatever. What's the word I'm looking for? Is that right? Or
It's about right, yeah.
no, whatever you want to call it. So I have decided that there are, leading up to our show, I will allow 4 podcasts to broadcast at the Kirk Minihane Show on Saco. 4. No more than what? What's a reasonable length of time?
Hour?
45 minutes.
Yeah, an hour's kind of long.
Yeah,
right?
45 minutes max.
Now, these guys have to understand, or ladies, or whomever, that they are essentially going to be background music. Like people are hanging out, they're talking, they're drinking, they're having a good time, they're waiting for us. They're not going to be sitting there intently listening to whatever.
There will be 3 guys awkwardly watching them.
That is, you always have that. That is true.
Wait,
That is true.
am I included in that? Am I in that? Do I have to battle for my spot?
For what, the hits?
Yeah, the hits got to go. Come on.
No, that's
Is he
fine.
one of the 4?
That's fine. So I'm going to do 2 things. Dave can do his hits for a little bit if he wants to. I know he's going to be busy doing nothing at this thing and watching Justin do everything. And I'm going to piss everyone off. I think I might grandfather Quantum Week in there.
Oh, they should be, yeah. That makes
Because
sense.
I'm sure Matt's going to do some stuff for the show, right?
Maybe. Sure.
Oh, right. No. Oh,
I'm
that's
kidding.
a good point.
I
If
know.
you must.
Oh, good point. Well, maybe. So I don't know. So anyway, there's at least 3 spots that are going to be people are going to be fighting for. So if you want your podcast on at Saco for a big audience who's going to see it and hear it and consume it, we'll be talking about it for the next month or so. Make your case starting now. And I think Friday here in the studio, we'll have a couple of the potential candidates in here, Dave.
Wow.
We'll see who makes the case between now and then.
See, this is the collaboration thing. I mean, why can't you tell me these things?
I just thought of it right now.
I was racking my brain all night trying to figure out Friday.
It's almost like I'm smarter than you.
Tossing and turning. Can't get a good night's
Oh, he
sleep.
came up with some typical terrible. What was it? What was the suggestion you threw at me?
Joe Murray.
I don't even know who that is.
Joe Murray.
He's on 98.5 in the weekend. Gambling guy.
A poor man's Jim Murray. They
You think,
say.
you think 98.5 is going to let somebody go on this show? Of course not. No.
No, actually, I know the
for
answer.
you. We know.
Well, he's a
Funny,
part-time.
my last name's funny because I can tell you that no Murrays from 98.5 are allowed in this station.
That's a different Murray. That's a number one.
A guy who's more prominent there?
Yes.
A guy who would probably have more power there? Yes, you're right.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't even know who that is. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, he does like sports flashes.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a nice kid
Weekend
and everything.
Yeah,
You know.
Oh, yeah, I think he does gambling stuff, right?
That's what Dave just said.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Sharp today.
Not even listening.
So I thought maybe we'd do that Friday, and whoever wants to weigh in, I have a feeling I know somebody who's going to weigh in, and then I got the sense there was a lot of potential podcasts who wanted to be part of this. Now, am I wrong?
Seems like it.
Yeah, who is that? The Beyond Average Mick guy obviously caused a
Sure,
stir
yeah,
yesterday.
yeah.
Quantum Week's in the mix.
Yep. I'm not putting Quantum Week in yet.
Okay.
No.
Go ahead. No, not yet. Go ahead.
Kirk and Off. Those guys.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
Those
Yeah.
guys are in there. What
Very
other
good
podcasts
show.
are there? Oh, the All in the Minute Family guys. You got.
Yep. They're welcome to throw their hat in the ring as well. The very good show. Yes.
Oh. Blind Mike Project.
Blind Mike Project. Sure.
That would kind of be one and the same, I think.
Pretty much. So, whoever wants to make the case, if a couple of people want to come in Friday and sort of argue it out for a spot, on Friday, I may grant that to somebody.
Wow.
I may do that on Friday,
Very exciting.
which is the last day tickets are available, Mike.
I've heard.
Yes, not even the full day, probably.
Yeah, but then you're gonna put them back up on Monday.
Given that some of these people are going to be in the studio, I'm going to say this will be a quick show on Friday. So let's say by about 10:45. Is the air on in here or no?
Yeah, it was. It must. I will turn it up for you.
Just want to make sure. Okay, so I just want to get that out there. A couple of show announcements for Saco, and then where do you guys want to start? I'll start wherever you'd like today.
Well, do you want to talk about that kid and his impression of you?
Sure. So I guess this is the guy who called the other day, right?
Yeah.
And I did promise him a spot on the show, but I took it.
You did.
Backsies.
As he mentioned.
I'm doing backsies here. You got to earn it. We can't be handing these things out.
Right, but you did hand it out.
Right, but I'm saying, what's the temperature at, Justin?
See, I'm a delay in life.
What's the temperature at, Justin?
Oh, it's at 70.
No, 68. 68.
That's what I thought.
It's hot as Hades out there. I can't deal with that.
I like the subtle shots.
What's that?
Among producers. You go 68 and he goes, yeah, that's what I thought. Like Callahan fucked with the...
Oh, he goes Callahan.
It wasn't Justin.
I
Justin thought 68.
Oh, it was me. I put it at 70.
Why?
It's cold in here.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care if
got
you're
it.
cold or not. You got a long sleeve shirt on again.
I don't understand the
He's a
people.
sweater guy.
It's cold in here. What does it matter what it's like
You change
outside?
into a t-shirt when you go outside?
That's fair. I got to defend him on that.
T-shirt and shorts. What the fuck?
So when you go outside after the show right now, you're going to take that shirt off as a t-shirt underneath.
No, I'm going to get into an air-conditioned vehicle, get to my home, and change. Okay. Yes. That's rational. I'll probably take a shower, too.
It's going to be a hell of a walk.
What shirt is that? A Minifan shirt?
No, this is like some other brand. 1980 Miracle hockey team. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nobody. You know what's interesting about that?
Yeah.
That wasn't even the gold medal game, the Russia game.
That's true.
Wow.
Not even the gold medal game. Herb Brooks made him skate again and again and again and again. He did.
I've heard
right.
that.
He died, right?
Yes. Probably like 5 years ago now.
Yeah. Well, what can you do? I met Mike Aruzzioni once. I asked him about the goal in the Olympic game. He had never been asked that. He just talked about it for hours.
America's guest.
I could not get. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I couldn't get further away from him when I saw him. I was like,
Should have said, what do you think of Al Michaels' call?
that's true.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Do you know that game was on tape delay? Ooh. I'm getting a text from Jeff Lowe
Oh.
confirming my new trivia team. He wanted to make sure it was real, given the two barstool personalities that I'm going to be with on the team.
Oh, that's some juicy gossip.
Yes, outside of the Kirk Minihane Show world.
I suspected, as these men didn't seem to know anything. So
Well, I can't imagine how bad Dave would be at trivia.
You get to pick your category. Is that the rules?
Yeah, but you said you'd be worse than Steve. I saw.
Oh,
on
yeah, I
Twitter.
would be, yeah, I would be.
Okay, well, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And Carabas doesn't want any part of it. And
I think Justin would be good.
Yeah, probably. And that's true. He probably would have been. What's his face was on the team initially. Rico Bosco gone,
right.
and then the other guy gone. Jeff Nadeau
Oh, yes. of
gone.
course.
So here we go. So
I suggested the three of you guys together. That's what I thought would be good.
who?
Coming together, the three of you, Nadeau,
You,
Rico,
Rico,
and
and-
yeah.
I don't think those guys would ever work together. Honestly, they
No,
hate
but-
each other that much.
What brings people together?
Trivia.
Trivia, you think?
Winning.
Kirk Minihane.
Winning, yeah, maybe.
Winning.
So anyway, what were we saying? We'll talk about that guy in a second. I gotta say, I was not a couple of local Boston notes. I think I had said in the show a few months ago that I heard Ordway was leaving.
I don't know if it was on the show.
Oh, no?
You mentioned it at Miltons. I know that.
Okay, yeah. So I'd known for a little bit, and then he said yesterday he announced he was retiring. I don't think he's 70 years old. And if you're not from the market, you don't know. He was the afternoon host for a long time. Lost the job for a while. Came back, had a great run. Is a good friend and a great guy. And I don't know if he was number one in the ratings, if he would be leaving. Like, I'm not sure he's completely leaving on his own. I don't know that. He's not going to tell me because he knows if he tells me, I'll tell everyone. But he had a great run. I mean, to get out at 70, I don't know what else.
He's the biggest. Like, he was as big as, not as many listeners because it's New York versus Boston. But here he was bigger than Mike and the Mad Dog.
Oh, from a ratings perspective, from a share perspective, for sure. No question about it.
Yeah.
Biggest in the country for like 15 years.
And how many people did he launch with the big show, by the way?
Everybody.
Too? Yeah.
Jerry.
Did you watch Jerry? I was going to ask.
Yeah, Jerry was on there at first, yeah. Jerry, Jerry, obviously Felger, Maz, Jerry, Zolak. I mean, the thing is, it's endless. And I saw him tweet at Jerry again yesterday. Gerry and I brought him back and like really pushed for him to come back in 2014. He filled in for John when John went away for a while.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. He was gone for like 2 or 3 weeks. And we pushed for Ordway to come back, and Ordway had been fired the year before, and the new vice president was in there, Phil Zachary. And Phil Zachary was under some impression, or Kevin Grant, the program director, that Glenn was like this wild man on the radio. And I was like, you have to understand, you're going to love him. He is a sporto bore like you wouldn't believe.
He's a bad boy.
Yeah, so they brought him back, and he was there. His second run was 6 years.
Well, I mean, he was kind of a bad boy when you think that he got into a rivalry with Portnoy. Portnoy hates his guts.
He does hate him. I know.
So
I thought Porter was going to shit on my tweet yesterday.
I thought so too.
But I love the guy. So, I love Glenn. We had some fights that, like I said yesterday, most were my fault. That would get worked up. But he was, I'm sure I told this story before. He was, I remember going in for a .com thing in 2010, a meeting, and leaving, and Glenn and going up to the garage, the garage across the street there.
Yeah.
And Glenn was walking in. And this was still when the big show was on, and he was still number one. Felger had just started. And he stopped me and was like, hey, Kirk, I heard you this weekend. That was really good. That was really good. You might want to do that. Luckily, I ignored that piece of advice. but like he would, and then he would call. I had his number. He would call me once in a while and say, oh, you did a good job with this. You did a good job filling in. When Holly was gone for a week or two, he was doing a book or something. This was the Bobby Valentine year, so I don't know what year that was. 12 maybe?
12, 13, yeah, something
12,
like that.
13, something like that. Glenn had me going for a couple of weeks with just me and him, and it was great. He was like, you're doing a great job. Here's that. Like, it was awesome. And I used the word supportive yesterday because it's true. One of the few guys there that was like supportive the whole way. And, it kind of bums me out that he's leaving. It bums me out that they really got their dicks kicked in a little bit. I mean, obviously I'm happy in some ways.
Thrilled, yeah.
It's a hard one because I really like Glenn, and I do like Lou and Christian. But but
at this point, they're not fighting. Like, he's not fighting for anything anymore. They're already trampled.
Yeah, they don't.
So
that's the other weird thing. So, like, from a station perspective, they don't. Jerry and I were talking yesterday, and Jerry's like, we're talking about who they're going to hire, and I was like, they don't really care because they don't like they have no desire to win anymore. And that's, I suppose, okay. But I mean, I know their ratings book that's coming out soon is going to be the worst one they've ever had. It's unbelievably bad.
It's too bad.
Yes, it is. Like, Gresh and Rich Keefe are doing twos.
I forgot Gresh was there until you just said his name.
No, I was talking to Mother about that the other day. I'm like, geez, remember he did this thing where he was going to go after the other station? He's like this crazy guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. So they'll replace Glenn with some other, some young guy, some bore, and they'll get killed. And they won't really care. And maybe that's the right attitude. I don't know.
I guess. Ordway was also one of the on-air guys who was like nice to little people too.
Absolutely.
Like, he would go out of his way. I remember on my first day, I was in the lobby there.
Yeah.
And I was waiting to go up because I was pretty early. So I was sitting there and he yells, hello, Michael. And I go, hello. And then the security guard behind me goes, what's up, Glenn? I was like, oh, he's not talking to me. But he was always super nice.
So I mean, I have no reason to think he wasn't always super nice, but he also got his dick kicked in when he went digital, right? So then when you come back from that, you got to be the super nice guy.
But he was really nice to me. In 2009, I was nobody.
That's what I mean.
He was nice to me.
Yeah.
He was a huge, but he went and he tried to do his thing online. And, I know Dave thinks it would have been the biggest show ever today. But
yes.
It failed. I give him credit for trying, though. I mean, that's why I give him credit. Like, he tried something different.
It was a very good idea for not the right guy to do that.
No, he just made dumb mistakes.
Well, you tried to treat it, like, again, he went online. It was like 2013. He got fired, and I got hired on John and Jerry's show like 2 weeks later. Because I did the first show after Glenn left with Holly. That Monday, it was me and Holly.
Yeah.
And the text line was like, I had never seen something like that before. It was all fuck you. Like, they were so pissed off that Glenn left. And they replaced Glenn with one of the worst hires ever, Mike Salk.
Yeah.
Well, I ran out of town, happy to say. But yeah, he was he is not dead. I mean, he'll be dead soon.
You want to hear his announcement?
Sure, I guess.
I have been doing this daily radio thing for nearly 50 years now. Christian, I've been doing it older than you, brother. It's unbelievable. 50 years. Every time I see that figure, I look at it and I say, really? So I've done sports talk radio.
Every
I've done
time?
play-by-play.
Where's he seeing that figure? So
program radio.
He sees that figure a lot.
he wrote it down. He forgot.
Oh, well, he's old. I mean, that happens. Well, 40.
Virtually everything for nearly 50 years. And I can say this, I've loved virtually every single day. There are a couple I can remember that were a little bit shaky around here, but I would say that most of those days I absolutely loved.
What were those days?
Okay, I don't know. I don't know. He probably got fired one day. That probably wasn't great.
Not the best day.
He was there for Jeff Brown. He was there for a lot of the merch. Like, you know, I bet you there. It's weird now because I know they all hate Greg Hill. Mm-hmm. But I wonder if it's better. Like, we used to fight, but we liked each other. Like, we'd have real fights, obviously, like actual fights.
Yeah.
But we all liked each other. I wonder if it's better to like each other but fight a lot, or hate each other and just not talk at all.
Was it more toxic though? Like, in hindsight, are you saying you like each other? But
I've always liked Glenn. Even when it was bad.
I'm saying at that place in general, like between shows.
Most toxic place ever.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that. It wasn't that toxic with us in the midday show when it was Christian, Glenn. I mean, I know we had fights and everything, but like most of the time, we had kind of the same, idea on how to do
speaking,
things. Yeah. And like Dale was obviously a cunt, and Holly and all that stuff. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. But it's weird now. Jerry's gone. Now finally, John, Jerry, Dale, and Glenn are gone. But the thing about it is, they should be starting over and finding younger people. They're not going to do that.
No, it'll be Tangway or someone like that.
I mean, I love it.
Says the guy who won't try one new person in that seat.
He's been doing is he 70 years old? He's been doing it for 30 years?
I know, but I'm just saying, you don't like to try new things either. You don't like to find new talent.
Dave's intent on not having me in.
No, but like, what is that? But it's a little different, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's definitely different than that.
I mean, I'm not 70.
And the podcast is 2 years old.
Yeah, I mean,
what they needed to do, and it's not to kiss your ass, is realize that you were the station, and people are going to listen to what you tell them to listen to.
Well, that's true of radio.
Dave, I agree with you. I always say this. It's not reported. Chad Finn will never write it. He's a pussy. I left and the ratings completely went away. Like that's just factual evidence. I mean, Jerry and Mutt was sliced in half after I left. And since then, it's gotten worse and worse and worse and worse.
And that's a radio in general, because they tried to copy things about Stern, but they would copy the wrong things. They'd be like, let's get an old radio veteran with a girl who laughs and a wacky producer.
Right.
But like, they wouldn't say, let's get an actual edgy guy that'll attract ratings.
True. But, so anyway, good luck to Glenn. He's going to spend half his time. And the other weird thing was he said he's going to continue to do some work at the station.
I saw that in
That's
the
where,
headline,
look, I love Glenn. I'll talk to him the next couple of days. That's kind of sad. Like, he's going to do the Patriots post game with Fred and Steve, which is, they've been on since like 1926. And you know what Odyssey's doing now, the old Entercom, is they're going to do podcasts. So I guarantee you Glenn's other project he's talking about is some shitty fucking sports podcast, which is no fault of Glenn's. It's just going to suck.
Yeah,
he's going to talk about the NBA.
He's getting paid for it.
I don't blame him, but he's talking about the NBA. No one's going to listen to it. He's going to talk about what they're talking about on the radio already on the podcast.
It's amazing that
it makes no sense.
It's the worst place in the world, but some people you have to drag out of there. Like Dale is still doing Red Sox games, even though they got rid of him.
Listen, you got to make a living. I respect that.
Doesn't he own part of the post-game show? So he can't really just leave that,
He could. I mean, he could. He could just retire.
Yeah, but it's too...
He might just like doing it and going to the games and all that shit.
I guess, but he says he's going to live in Arizona in the winter. He's going to fly back for these things?
Oh, yeah, that seems like an odd expense.
Oh, I guess maybe he's going to do the winter and he's going to stick around. I don't know. What the hell do I care about this winter schedule? But anyway, I love
Starting
Glenn.
in January, maybe.
I love Glenn, and he is one of the guys who every time I talk to him, he would say, the station stinks now. I hate it here. Since you guys left, I hate Greg Hill. I
miss you.
So,
yeah.
Well, I think he just, look, he looks at the ratings. Like, I read one of these stories yesterday. It was like, oh, Glenn bounced back and. The midday ratings were good, and the afternoon ratings were good, and then they stopped all of a sudden in like 2018. I'm like, that's really weird. I wonder what happened. So,
Glenn was also the guy at that when me and Justin went to heckle Rich Keefe.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he was.
And we got into it. And my favorite quote ever from Ordway is when he says, "Mike, you don't understand. We're almost back on the air." As everyone would be like, "Oh, I didn't realize you guys are doing a broadcast."
That is Glenn all the way. So anyway, I love him. Good luck to him. Vincero Watch, VinceroCollective.com, I believe is the name of the website. Correct. Let me see here. You go to VinceroCollective.com/Kirk. You can support our show. Head on over to the website right now and get yourself a timepiece. Use our link and use the discount Kirk to get a top watch, 5-year warranty, and a 1-year return policy, stress-free shopping with fair and honest prices. Over 30,000 5-star reviews from verified customers. So you can read for yourself on their site. They think you deserve the best for their team in San Diego, which is one of the great cities in America, Mike.
Yes,
have you been to San Diego?
I have not. The weather sounds nice, though.
Mm-hmm. It's true. You're right.
What do you want me to make Anchorman reference? What would I have done?
I was just,
what would I have done with
I just want to see what the second layer was. I was watching a mind at work right there. I was observing. That's
Seems
all.
like a place I'd like to visit sometime.
It is that, although it's probably hot. Isn't it crazy hot in the West right now? Like 115 in Portland or something?
Northwest,
far away,
yeah.
but yeah. Huh. What's the weather in San Diego right now, Dave?
Let me look it up for you.
That would help. Yeah. I don't think you know it in your chip in your head.
No.
Actually, I looked it up this morning.
Well, it can change. I'm going to say it's 74 right now.
Yeah, right at 76.
76.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Picturesque.
that's nice. So they're in San Diego. Okay. Always available to help you out if you need anything. Go to vincerocollective.com/Kirk. Check out the favorite watches and take advantage of my discount. Code Kirk. vincerocollective.com/Kirk. What do you got, Dave? What's tickling your
Well, I think the Trenni audio was pretty funny. If
We're doing a lot of old EI stuff, too.
Yeah.
Did you want to go back to that kid's video?
Yeah, we'll
first?
get there in a second.
Okay.
Mike, were you managing this kid? You slice this kid?
Well,
He was a dick on the
he
phone.
wants me to.
He was a dick to Mike on the phone?
No, he was a dick to me. And
When'd you talk to him?
And then he went in the DMs and he fucking slobbed it. But
Why?
yeah.
Why are you talking to him on the phone?
no. He called into this show and said he took a shit in my mouth or something like that.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. I don't remember that important piece of information. Well, let's tuck that aside for a second. So my old friend Trenni from the old Kirk and Callahan show went on. Did you listen to this, Mike?
I started to, and Dave said it might be better if I.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I felt like I had food.
It was
poisoning.
rough.
It was like I had food poisoning again. I got violently ill.
I didn't get to the good stuff. Put it that way.
She's a very nice. I kind of hate her,
Yeah.
sort of in a way now. I don't.
She's not that. She seems kind of fake nice.
She just was not very supportive. That's all. She totally did not have my back personally at all. And like even when I went through stuff the last couple of years, for somebody who claims to be, she didn't reach out much. I think she's the most self-involved person I've ever met.
Really?
While being a nice person, I think at the same time, which she can be both. But I do think she's just but so anyway, she goes on some podcast from the Globe.
Love letters, yes.
Love
Meredith
letters.
Goldstein. Yep.
So I mean, I guess she's met some guy in her life.
Yes, Sean. Yeah.
Sean. Okay.
Sean.
Jesus, poor bastard.
Why do you say that?
That'll be over by.
Sounds like they're in love.
That'll be over by October. Is my prediction.
I've noticed anytime you hear couples bragging about how
Yeah.
well they're doing and like posting it on
Keep it-
social media
yeah.
and shit, it's like
Keep it in your pocket.
3 months.
Yeah.
They're done.
No, but I thought if you make it through the pandemic, you can make it through anything, I think. If
Is that
you
right?
stick to it.
I have
That's what
heard
people
that.
say.
I
yeah.
have heard.
So anyway, I'm very happy. Good luck to Trenni and Sean, and I hope that goes well. But it's a weird move to go on. Like there's going to be receipts if they break up. You're on some podcast talking about how you. I swear to God, I couldn't listen to it. Like I just listening to her voice, I was just like I don't like her anymore.
I remember.
And I used to like her. She's she's a nice person.
You know the comedian Jay Moore?
Sure. Yeah.
He was married to Nikki Cox.
Yes.
And he would go on and on endlessly.
Yeah. You don't want to do that.
About his wife, and then the headline of his divorce was like messy divorce, suing.
Right.
She was like institutionalized. Or something. It was this horrible fucking.
Well, what's his fit? Prince Harry is going to leave Meghan Markle at some point.
You think?
Oh, of course, that's going to happen, and then you're going to be like, well, can we go back to all this stuff? Like,
But isn't that almost more like financially motivated for them to stay together? Like now it's kind of a
I
business
guess.
relationship.
Yeah, I guess, but those end too. All right, is anything pop out from this thing, Dave? Or?
Well, I mean, we can run through the whole relationship if you want.
I don't really want to.
Well, you want to talk about her first date with him?
I mean,
You want to talk about her thoughts on how she viewed sex as the barometer of a relationship? Do you want to talk? There's a lot of things.
which one do you like best?
I like the sex talk.
All right, well, go
personally.
ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I always like looked at love in sort of a different way. I always looked at it as you'd have to give up some of your.
Hold on. What is that fucking music?
Oh, it's Boston Globe. You got to produce it like NPR. You gotta
Why
produce
is it so like?
Setting the mood.
Oh, Jesus!
Talking about love.
Christ.
Well, it's like I'm happy, but it's not overly excited, but it's like lovey happy.
That's how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Huh.
Listening to it.
I remember the Love Letters episodes. That's what it's called, right?
Yes.
With McGrory when his girlfriend wrote it back in crayon. That's a very good episode. I love you too.
Much more disturbing music was played.
Yeah, it was like
The X-Files theme song.
That was like the what's the thing? The thing pops out. What the hell's that thing? You know,
Oh, the Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box. Oh, kid stuff.
yeah.
Oh God, who is in charge of this hideous podcast?
This is Meredith Goldstein and the 17 producers that she has working.
Does she really have 17 producers?
Oh, yeah.
Does she give them credit at the end?
Oh, she does. Yeah. Well, she only gives 6 of them credit. There's 11 more behind.
What do you
the
think? Is
scenes.
4 listeners to this thing normally?
I would say.
Put this way, is this the most listened to this podcast has ever been right now? As we
Right
speak?
now, yes, absolutely.
All right, Meredith Goldstein and Trenni Kusnierek. Oh.
Self. You'd have to change some of yourself. Like in previous relationships, I mean, I would like
Check, please.
buy new outfits to hang out and watch a movie because I was so afraid of not looking perfect, not having makeup on, not being what someone
Take some
expected.
photos of yourself.
And I guess I just assumed that at least even for the first year, you'd have to like hide who you were from someone. That you had to put this perfect
Isn't this
front.
like a 40-year-old lady realizing this?
I can't do this.
It is tough because it's so long, like the evolution of her relationship.
This
so
is like
long.
any conversation I've ever had with her, though. It's just her. And again, I think she's actually a nice person. But I remember one time at the Super Bowl in Houston, she was down there. We were down there for the show. And she used to come on the show like once a week, I think, right? That sounds about right.
Yeah.
And we went for a run in Houston, her and I, after the show. And she just talked about it for like 45 minutes.
While running?
Yeah, like we were moving.
Jesus Christ.
She was just like, I mean, I used to talk like I don't even know what the hell it was. But she was like, the whole fucking run. And I was like, holy shit. But very nice. It was very weird. I think she's admittedly self-involved.
I understand what you're saying.
As are we all, but I mean, you know.
This actually, this cut that Goldstein brings up, I hate this about, if Trenni walked down the street, how many people know who she is?
2 people,
In a
maybe?
crowded place, I guarantee you.
She's on TV. Like, I think a lot of people
No.
maybe see her like a bar or something.
Listen to this. This is
What do you think? You think she's like super famous, Dave?
No, she thinks she's super famous. Goldstein thinks she's super famous. And listen.
Pause here and note that it's hard
Hold
for
on,
someone
hold
like
on,
Trenni
hold
to
on,
date.
hold on. I mean, look.
It's a genuine conversation.
Pause here and note.
So did
Why
they
don't you do things like that, Mike?
Did they let Trenni like rant and then cut it up and make it seem like a conversation? Because that's how it seemed.
Yeah, they had a conversation and then she dubbed her voice in between.
I just think of the movie, Airplane, when Ted Stryker's telling the story, he turns next, he's like, I keep on going, but I'll probably bore you. And the guy's like hung himself already. the other guy's light himself on fire.
By the way, we clearly have to do this with Justin, by the way, with his 45-minute relationship.
Yes.
We have to do a love letters episode. With Justin.
Love letters with Justin.
Do you think Meredith, do you think it's possible, we may get to it later, is it possible that the Minifans could infiltrate the Boston.com, Boston Globe world?
I haven't seen them do it before.
They wouldn't.
They wouldn't do that?
They crack down on that sort of thing.
They wouldn't claw their way into that? No. Okay, go ahead. Back to, anyway, pause here and note. Let's take a break from this conversation we're having right now and then get back to that. Does that seem reasonable?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead, Meredith.
I should pause here and note that it's hard for someone like Trenni to date in Boston because she's kind of Boston famous.
Hold on. What the fuck is this woman talking about?
Is that Trenni?
Like some lawyer, whatever. Some lawyer, fucking Luke the lawyer, okay, in Sudbury. Meets up with Trenni on, whatever, dating app, fucking Venmo or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck, I don't know. YouTube. And they go on a date. Do you think Luke is going to be like, holy shit, this is the girl who reads the script that somebody else wrote?
Luke's got a piss stain in his pants because he couldn't handle the excitement.
Is this the girl who works with Gary Tangley?
She's,
What's Tom Curran like?
I understand it's a little different. And if I'm sure Trenni gets recognized because if you go up to a sports bar or something, like she's on a lot of TVs.
Yeah.
True.
No one's watching.
I'll give you that.
No one's watching it. Literally, no one's watching.
She was on your show, which helps.
That's, I think, is probably honestly her biggest. Honestly, is probably her biggest
Well,
vehicle.
they do reference another vehicle why people would know her in this clip. Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Because she's kind of Boston famous.
I do have to say,
famous,
when me and Justin went to the Jim and Marjorie taping, when Trenni was going to be there, we couldn't get. It was like the Beatles at Shea Stadium. We couldn't get through the sea of people waiting for her to show up.
The irony is, if you guys had done that in Montpelier, Vermont, no one would know.
No one would know. She's Boston
She's
famous.
Boston. Pause here. I pause here and note.
Yeah.
Trenni is what we call Boston famous. Oh, how obnoxious. Obnoxious woman. Oh, God.
Especially with sports fans, can bring out some not so great people.
Oh, here we go.
Guys who call her very bad names when she doesn't like them back. Guys who want to yell at her
She doesn't
about
like
her
them
opinions.
back. This is such a
But
second
this time
grade.
she's
Hold
like,
on.
you know what?
Guys want to yell at her because of what?
When she doesn't call them back? Is that what
She doesn't
said?
like them back.
Oh, she doesn't.
What's the next, you mean I know, for example, she did TV show. Gary doesn't do TV anymore, correct? Didn't he get fired?
I
my
believe so,
knowledge.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I know Gary was never given any shit or anything.
No. Never called a fat pedophile.
It's just, I know I'm never criticized or anything.
certainly
it's
not.
just Jesus Christ. I do understand that for women, it is, I totally get that, but let's not, she's a fucking sports anchor on TV that literally the ratings for that show are 0.0.
Well, that's my point. I honestly don't think she's Boston famous.
Right. I think she's, if you walk down the street with her, I think more people would know her than you.
Yeah,
I would
but
put that.
How many
I would
more?
put that to a test. I would absolutely love to put.
You think you're famous, Dave?
No, I think that there's 0 people.
Oh, she's on TV.
I'm just telling you. I think there's 0 people.
I don't think she's getting barraged at the
I will say this.
Star Market.
You know, it was very rare where people were like, to me, oh, I liked you on TV. It was always radio. Always radio.
Yeah.
And I did a shitload for 4 or 5 years. I was on that station almost every day.
No one watches that station.
It's true.
It does literally the ratings are like 0.0.
I was telling someone else the other night when when I started doing the show with Gary, we'd do the show. It was fun. I don't know if you ever watched it or not. We had a good time.
Yeah.
I think they were paying me, and it was in Burlington. I lived in Lexington. If there was no traffic, it was like 8 minutes there. I'd do the show for 12 minutes. In 8 minutes, I'd be back in a half hour. They were paying me like $700 a show. Sometimes I was on 5 days a week.
It's so silly.
I was making like $4,000 to do nothing. To go there and call Gary an idiot.
And
leave.
you were on, like, it's a half-hour show that you were probably on for 15 minutes or something. You know what I mean?
If I was a co-host, like sometimes I would even host it.
Yeah.
But even then, I would get there at 6 for a 6:30 show. The producers there, who were all great, like a couple of great guys there, they'd give me the rundown. Nothing's easier. It's so produced for you. They'd say, okay, you're going to have Tom Curran in the A block, and you and Cedric Maxwell in the B block.
Yeah.
And here's the 3 things you're going to talk about. Okay, go, do your thing, do it, done. I'd take the microphone off at 6:28 when the show was done, hand it to the guy who's another awesome guy, this guy Josh, great guy. I wouldn't talk to anybody, walk to my car, get in the car, go back. I'd be 6:42, I'd be in my driveway.
Jesus Christ.
Done. Just stealing.
So Felger must
why were you such
I always
a
wondered
dick?
why Felger did
That
that.
was a great gig. Why were you
It
such
just
a
bored
dick?
me. I got bored.
Oh, it was a
just
great gig.
boring.
This man doesn't need money.
It's just boring.
Actively doesn't want money.
But it's just I got so bored doing it.
There's a trend there.
I had fun with Gary, but that was it. It was just so dull.
How much does Gary hate you for not just sucking it? I mean, I guess it's the same Jerry thing, right? If you just sucked it up, you'd probably be on there every night with him, and you'd be having a blast.
You'd be stars.
He'd be having a blast at least.
I mean, Jerry's the guy who attacked poor Jeffrey Tambor, not me.
That's right.
No, but I mean, if you just sucked it up,
Maybe
on
if Jerry wasn't so obsessed with transgender issues, I would still be on the radio.
Get him off the team.
Yeah, what the hell?
I am out on Jerry right now.
Ooh, we'll get there in a second. I like that.
I did not. Yeah.
Oh, good. We'll get there in a second. So you're not in love with Jerry right now? No love letters from you to Jerry.
No love letters from me to Jerry.
Get the music up. Maybe that'll change.
But anyway, I think we've paused and noted long enough. Have we?
We certainly have.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Meredith.
I should pause here and note that it's hard for someone like Trenni.
Yeah, save that.
Don't even
love
care.
that clip.
I wish
love
you
that
had
clip.
segments, because those would be a great to lead into a segment.
Do you think
We should pause here.
Do you think the live show they yelled that back at her?
We're going to pause here and...
Note! Go ahead.
To date in Boston because she's kind of Boston famous. Being Boston famous, especially with sports fans, can bring out some not so great people. Guys who call her very bad names when she doesn't like them back. Guys who want to
This is an
yell at
adult way
her
of speaking.
about her opinions. But this time she's like, you know what? It's literally a global pandemic. I'll do my best, and if it doesn't feel good, I'll stop.
She's just putting everything aside.
See, this is where like guys, when she's like, guys will yell at her if they don't like her opinion. It's got nothing to do with her being a woman. Nothing.
Right, because they
They
do
yell
it
at
to
guys and women. I agree. Women get treated differently sometimes, and it sucks. That's a bad example. Like you're hurting your argument when you say that, Meredith.
There are people, and like 99.9% of people are wicked, incredibly nice at live shows. But there are also people that walk up and say, "Hey, you fat cunt, can you see me?"
Right.
You know?
There should be more of that.
Yeah, right.
Well, whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, she found love. So who cares?
Do we know that?
Thank
We
God.
know that she found love for a fact.
And Sean stepped in.
Yeah.
You could put the fame aside.
Was there? Sean was able to handle that fame.
He got past all the key issues like sweating on the first date. That was a big issue.
Why? He sweats on the first date?
No, she sweats on the first date.
She does?
Yes.
Oh, she gets nervous.
Yeah.
Cute. Go ahead.
Was that the date where you guys walked to the restaurant and it was like you were kind of
She
sweating?
knows.
Hold on. Well, yeah.
Goldstein.
Cause,
Was that the one that everyone talks about?
This is the peak, like,
because we talked about it before the show, so yeah. I don't know.
this is the peak where, like, she didn't get enough submissions for guests, so she went to one of her best friends.
Oh, they're good
to tell
friends.
Oh, yeah, they're good.
Oh God, what a brutal. Ugh.
Sounds like a fun lunch.
Oh my God.
If you could be a fly on the wall.
We could use a best friend for Fridays.
Pause here and kill myself is what I would say. To
Yeah, Meredith Goldstein in on Friday.
That's a good.
She's a big fan of mine.
She's nice.
How do you know that?
I know her from the past.
She sounds like a wretched human being.
No, she's nice.
She works at the Globe and she's friends with Trenni.
I forget Dave knows all these people.
How do you know? How do you know her from that
We
stupid Boston radio thing?
We used to do a love letter segment on that morning show on WRKO on the conservative audience. They were living for that.
It's good programming. Jesus. Jesus Christ.
I had a good time with it. I didn't give a shit.
Someone yelling at their AM radio.
Talk about Trump.
Oh my God.
Is anything else worth even playing or no?
Not really. I mean, they just go through this.
Well, I'm happy for Trenni and Sean. I wish them well.
I want to know though if Sean did, if Trenni did the thing with Sean where she didn't, like a lot of billionaires do, where she didn't tell him who he was, so he could love her for her. You know?
Sure.
Oh,
like John Henry. Like John
all
Henry.
the Boston
did.
fame. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the right move. Yes, absolutely.
Well, the story is somebody yelled out, "Aren't you the girl from TV?" And he was with that person, so he knew right away she was a celebrity, Boston fan.
Aren't you the girl from TV?
People always yell that. Just never happened.
Same thing Julia Louis-Dreyfus suffered from.
Just never happened. Oh, God. Well, at least there's Miltons. The store for summer is sale. A store for men summer sale. There you go, dummy. Is going on right now. Vineyard Vines, Tommy Bahama, Johnny O, Under Armour, North Face. You can visit their stores today wide open until this wacky Delta variant jumps in.
Yes.
You know.
We're all doomed.
Just keep in mind, I know Dave's going to get flashbacks to his old show. You have to understand the media is rooting for this to happen again. They do want this to be big. They want this because it's become politicized, Mike, as you know. They want these, people in the rest of the country not to get a shot so they can sort of hold it over them if this happens again.
Twitter's algorithm is, hey, don't forget that COVID exists.
Right.
They have literally a section in trending for COVID.
Wait a minute, Jerry, Dave's excited. He's got Jerry drops. Go ahead.
They're dirtbags.
Anything else, Jerry?
I'm a proud gay American.
Oh, I didn't realize. He is?
It's about time. You get to a certain age and
the Jerry episode on Carl Nassib, is that his name?
God,
Yes.
it was
It's a masterpiece. I couldn't have called Alex Reamer fast enough after I heard it.
I was going to say that Steve probably wanted to come back after that episode.
It was
Just
great.
to cut up the drops.
Jerry was literally like, it's Carl Nassib, right?
Yes.
Did I talk about this the other day or no? Probably.
I don't think I don't remember.
He's like, he's everything you want in a gay guy. He's clean cut. He's handsome. He's not one of those gays.
He's a good-looking guy.
He goes, he must have Jesus Christ. He must have the neatest spot in the locker room.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. Those guys know all the good dinner spots.
At one point, Jerry's like, there'll be some point in one of these games where there's a fumble down there and they're in the scrum and somebody will grab his crotch.
And he's going to like it.
But he's got to handle that. If he donated, he's perfect. There's no way to criticize him.
Look at me. I'm gay.
It was great. It made me laugh.
It's very funny that Jerry would also be like rooting against him if he was a liberal. You know what I mean? It's like, that's all it takes.
Well, Jerry did a
for
great move,
Jerry
like
to
I
be-
said the other day. He hunted for 4 random people on Twitter to say something negative, but nobody of any prominence.
He found one picture where the buddy was in a Trump shirt.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, this is good. We got a juicy story. Yeah. Anyway, Miltons is the original sponsor of Kirk Minihane, not just KMS. So you go to their stores, South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill, and be as comfortable in their stores as you'll be in their clothes. Miltons.com. Go to Miltons.com right now. We love the people at Miltons. What was the other thing I was going to bring up? I had something else. But what else? What do you got, Dave?
Well, you want to go to this below average Mick guy and just get it over with.
Sure. Yeah, let's put it into this.
dummy in
Mike's
a
dying to
stupid
hear
video.
it. So.
Well, I had interaction with him yesterday.
You had an interaction with him yesterday.
So it's the same guy, because I knew who he was when he called, because he's reached out to me. I was looking for a guy to like cut clips for me and shit, and he reached out, and then I ended up finding someone, so I never really got back to him.
Okay.
But then yesterday, like I saw his tweet, the first one, not the video, and I was like, I've been there before. You're fucking tagging people and just begging for retweets.
He's really
and shit.
trying hard, though.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I've been there though. So
I
I was like,
understand.
hey, I retweeted him, and then I was like, hey man, I listened to a couple minutes, like good. I thought they actually had an interesting debate.
You messaged this guy?
Yeah. Well, he messaged me and I
okay.
responded.
All right.
So he was, but then he goes back into character and is like, send me some goddamn audio and I'll cut that shit up. And I was like, just bring it down a notch, dude. Like you're trying too hard.
He's got to relax.
Yeah,
He's got to
just
relax.
be yourself.
Yeah.
Just saw Kirk's tweet. He said that we have been pulled off the main stage
Correct.
of the Saco Drive-In Movie Theater Podcast Marathon. The Kirk Minihane Saco Drive-In Movie Theater Podcast Marathon. We have been pulled off the main stage.
He's right. He's got it.
I'm not sure why. He said yes yesterday. He said yes yesterday.
Did you write
Now
a
you
book?
say-
Like
I wish I hadn't,
like the
if I
Sid
did.
Fields book of
Screenwriting?
Screenwriting.
Yes.
How to be an edgy broadcaster.
Oh, Jesus, that's rough. That's a rough scene. Unfortunately, I'll be looking at this kid on Friday probably. Are you thumbs up or thumbs down this guy, Dave?
Well,
Do you want him on the stage?
I think he deserves a shot. I mean, he's come off like such an asshole that I like those people. You know what I mean? I feel like one of him.
Well, he's got to play it. I mean, he's got to be somebody in the playing game on Friday.
Yeah,
that's going to be his. If they want to show up and take somebody on, we'll talk to them on Friday and see who gets the win.
I mean, he says he'll take down anyone who comes at him, so it doesn't matter.
Okay,
he got it.
Okay,
lock it in.
This guy will be gone 3 months from now, hopefully.
Main stage. I'm not sure why. He said yes yesterday. And now you're saying no. He's saying no, why? I'm honestly not sure. Is he trying to do a Special Olympics? Does he want everybody to get involved? Is that what he's doing? It's ridiculous. People bought tickets to see us. They don't care about the Kirk Minihane Show. We've seen it. We know what it is. You're going to make cancel culture jokes, all that crap. They want to see us. They don't care about you guys. They don't care about Mike Geary. They don't care about the hits. They don't care about Quantum Week. Nothing. They want to see Beyond Average and Kirk Minihane. Let us do the show.
They don't want to see Kirk Minihane.
No, they're not interested in you.
He said they want to see Beyond that. Oh, not Kirk Minihane?
It's kind of funny to say that they're there for him, I guess.
Yeah,
but like his delivery was not great.
Well, he's just going like full
familiar,
WWE.
I'll say that.
Yeah,
he's trying. Yeah, he's trying.
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, look, they have their chance. They want to come in here Friday. Another podcast wants to come here Friday, and they take a swing. We'll see what happens.
So you already reached out to this guy and said, "Do you want to come in?"
I definitely did not.
Oh, okay.
No.
I can take it.
Well, they'll respond on social media. I'm sure Dave, this thing will get a life.
I have a feeling he may respond.
Text Justin and I and say, "Hey, Dave, can you reach out to below average Mick?"
That make you feel better?
That would make me feel nice.
Okay. What's your issue with Jerry?
I didn't like the Carano. He should have defended me. I made one mistake and one hire because I didn't go to the guy's house and see his technology. Sorry.
But Dave, I don't want to do this again, but you clearly...
It was not as over the top as you guys are making it out to be.
I have to say, I loved Jerry's explanation because it sounded like Dave basically watched the guy open Microsoft Paint and was like, he's got the job, Jerry. He can do it.
What's clearly what happened. Like, Jerry, Dave hates Carano. He won't admit it for some reason, which is weird.
I don't hate Carano. I think he did stupid things. He was trying to shame not just me, other people on Twitter because he had an ego in that moment for some reason.
Right.
He's DMing people saying, unfollow this guy.
You hear the anger. No, but
this
is why you didn't want him to have the job.
No, but it's stupid. And then
that's a different argument.
The biggest thing is blocking me and then you hire me and he unblocks me. Like, that's such a squid move.
Okay.
It's a stupid move. So that's it.
Wants to see your tweets.
That's it. And so the real reason is I honestly didn't think him and Jerry would mesh. If I thought that, I would have said go him 100%. Absolutely.
Do you believe any of that, Mike?
No,
I don't either. I just don't believe it.
I believe he doesn't hate Carano, but there's this weird thing where neither of them will admit they don't like each other.
It's
but
true.
I have no reason not to. That's my only interaction.
Right. What's that?
I had never interacted with him before that shit, so I think those moves are stupid, but the lunch was the first time I met him. He was fine. I said that was fine.
You guys didn't even talk at that lunch, right?
No. Yeah, we did. We talked a little bit.
I didn't even think of that.
Cold exchanges.
Oddly, I didn't know about this history between the two. Strangely. Right. So at the lunch, I didn't even pay attention to it.
You have to make somewhat of a gut call on who you think would be good with Jerry vocally, right? Relationship-wise. I made the wrong
that
call.
Guy was a,
I made the wrong call.
And you saw this guy booting up CompuServe and said, he's got it.
No,
but this guy on the air couldn't have been a bigger drip, though.
No, but he didn't come off that way on the phones.
I'm sure he was like fucking...
Well, you don't have to... I mean, at the end of the day, too, I got called in to produce the show. I got called back in to help back out. So I did my job in terms of helping him back.
I don't care about that.
Okay. But why is he going to shit all over me? Why is he going to...
Who's he?
Jerry. Why does he have
the
to
sound?
Yeah, I will in a second. As you were talking to me, I was defending myself.
Okay, I didn't get the sound. God. What you're talking about.
Jerry, 2 words for you. Rich killer.
Oh, God.
Need a sales guy?
Hold on. It's not playing.
No rush.
Hold on.
I like in general. I like culinary. But if I were you, I would wonder. I would look at the production quality that they did on their podcast yesterday, the live version, and think to myself, well, where was that here?
Stop.
Like he's doing stuff that.
Stop. Totally, completely fair question.
Oh, weird. Oh, weird.
1,000%.
Oh, weird. Hold on. Did we live stream on Jerry's show?
I have no idea.
Yes, we did. So fuck you. 2, are we in the same?
Me?
You, both of you guys, because I know where you're going with this.
What did Mike do?
I don't care yet. I'm sorry.
I'm going to, but
I had Jerry's back, and he didn't have.
You guys are the full shows on YouTube?
Yes.
Live?
Yes, because no one else was marketing the show. Yes, and who pitched that to him because no one else was helping him?
Carano, I assume, no?
No, dummy. So we went live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all these different platforms. I can't do what I do here for you with this stuff because he's remote. He's in Charlestown or he's in Maine. What can I do? I did what I could in that moment.
Yes.
I pitched him subscription 20 times. I said, you got to think about this. You got.
It seems like he's thinking about it now.
Yeah, weird. It's weird how it all fucking lines up.
It's almost like someone's explaining it to him in an articulate, clear fashion.
No, it's weird how an opportunity presents itself, and then you just go and that's it. Jerry.
Well, I gave Jerry the hard pitch on. I told you this the other day. I gave Jerry a very hard subscription pitch the other day, and he seemed like he was open to it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
I should say I don't. I should say I don't care. I care, but he can do whatever he wants. Right. But now that he's got a producer he trusts and likes, and is going to go on that journey with him, Carano.
But why don't we say this? Why don't we just water under the bridge?
I'm not going to agree to anything.
No, I'm going to say this.
Okay, well, you said we.
I was wrong on the fact Carano is the best fit for Gerry Callahan. I'll just say that. That's a statement.
Okay, fine. Just admit that your feelings for him may have in some way affected whether you recommended him or not.
My feelings may have affected whether or not I thought him and Jerry could mesh well.
What's the same thing?
Yeah.
Right, same thing.
But I never said, Jerry, I hate him, so you shouldn't hire him. I said, I don't know if you guys would be great on
Yeah, but you wouldn't
together.
say that to him. You wouldn't, because
I would say that
you
to
would
Jerry.
give it away then, because he'd be like, well, I can't trust you.
No, I would say that. No, I would say that. I would say I hate him, but you can make a decision for yourself. You're the fucking one hiring the guy.
How long did you and Jerry produce how would you produce the show for Jerry?
I would say like a year and a half.
Year and a half. Wow. Carano comes flying in, and day one, bam, has that YouTube idea that you never thought of.
Subscription service, you say.
Who, Carano has that?
Yeah, you heard him. He just said it. You had nothing.
Which is just nonsense talk.
I don't know. I mean,
I pitched Jerry got everything. And by the way, I think subscription's worth a try, but I can't see Jerry pitching the subscription. That's the problem.
What do you mean pitching it to who? Like his audience?
Yeah, like that's a hard job. Mike knows it, right? That's a hard job.
Get on your laptops, folks.
Plus, I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of senior citizens. Those are fixed income.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
You're
a
gonna have
tough
to
one.
he's gonna have to make a video. Here's how you subscribe.
That'd
to
be great.
Patreon.
I got Jerry. I got deal offers.
Mike, be quiet.
Whatever.
They've got more to
I'm
say
sorry.
about what he did for Jerry. Okay,
I'm done.
No, what did you do? Let me hear it.
I'm just saying. I got deal offers for him. I had advertiser until fucking cuckface consultant came out of nowhere. The guy fucking demeaned me, and Jerry didn't have my back when I went right back at him.
What are we talking about here?
Jerry's.
I like that the
Who's
consultant.
the cuckface? Who?
The stupid consultant. The consultant.
Who
guy.
said that was a mistake from day one?
You did.
Correct.
And what did I say? I didn't.
I don't remember your thoughts on it,
I was a
Dave.
cordial employee. I did my.
Well, that's your problem. That's the problem. Sometimes.
No, but then when he demeaned me, I got right in his face and called him a fucking asshole.
How did he demean you?
And what did Jerry do? He sat there on his
I don't know,
fucking ass.
Dave. I don't know.
He sat on his ass.
Well, how did he demean you?
He said, "Oh, if Dave's going to be the businessman of this operation, I'll come in here with jeans and dress like a producer." And he fucking was an asshole.
Wow, a shot.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I didn't word that right, but it actually was. It was super douchey.
I don't get the jeans thing. What is he dressed in a suit?
Like
to do
I
this?
should be wearing like shitty shorts and a t-shirt because I'm a cheap fucking producer or something.
Yeah,
like
what does
that.
Jerry wear on a general?
Well, you've seen his new podcast logo. He's all beefed up. He's looking like $1 million.
Very
Get the
snazzy.
American flag behind him. Guy's an American.
That shows.
Yeah,
Let
me make
Jerry-
you a logo. Oh, can I get the logo up
sorry,
on Podcast One? Yeah. What else do you need, Jerry? Well, I'm working for somebody else. What else?
I like the idea that the consultant scared away. Dave was like, I had advertisers until that goddamn consultant came in.
Cuckface. Well, I mean, consultant. I told Jerry that was a mistake. I mean, Jerry like Jason Wolf consulting with him for a while. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but I could see that from Jerry.
Why?
I was always
Jason Wolf doesn't know shit about podcasts.
Yeah, but then Jerry was just
There's no
trusting.
shit about radio programming either.
Yeah, but he was just trusting a producer who he just thinks is somebody who pushes buttons to help him with that stuff. So he needed some input. I agree with that.
You think if I went on my own after EI, I would have had Jason Wolf or Bob, what's his name, Snyder consulting?
Yeah, but who would you go to?
Nobody. I would have done the podcast.
And what? Just hope that people DM'd you to advertise?
Yes.
You're going to go out into the world?
And you're also
consultant?
You're not Jerry. It was something he probably had to do. I agree. I just think he went the wrong. I just think he hired the wrong person. But.
Who? The consultant
The guy Bob. Yeah.
Yeah. I told him that. He still talks to him.
You should get him in here on Fridays.
Who? The consultant?
Bob.
I wouldn't mind that if he's
Bob
in a fight with
versus
Dave.
Cullinane, yeah.
He's a cuck face. I don't know. So what are we playing here? More Carano or no? Let me hear more Carano. It definitely gets Dave triggered. There's no doubt about that.
No, but it's more about Jerry not backing that was a collaborative thing, and it really was.
Well, Jerry's not the greatest ever at having somebody's back, Dave. Just a quick heads up.
I guess I'm learning. I guess I'm learning. I've had Jerry's back, have I not?
If you texted Jerry now, you say you're going to ruin the show?
Have I texted him?
You should do that now.
Oh,
See what happens.
I'm not going to.
See what happens.
No,
See what happens.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm a nice guy.
Go ahead.
That I would advocate for your show. Very similar, like setup for the live stuff. But the issue with Dave is he's saying that he didn't let his hate for me cloud his recommendation to you, which is total bullshit.
Which we just discovered.
Which is true. As Dave just demonstrated, is true in the last 4 minutes
said it was
by
true.
ranting and raving.
All I mean is that I didn't think they would mesh
Just
together.
admit it. It's
I
not
do
that
not
big a
hate the
deal.
guy. I do not hate the guy. I definitely do not. Some actions I hated, but that's all.
I think he hates you.
That's fine. I don't give a fuck.
Don't you think that, Mike?
I don't know if Carano's a pleasant enough guy, and I can also see how he comes off to people a little smug. Like Dave said the other day, like he had an interaction with me, didn't like it or whatever. I can see how Carano comes off that way, but he's a very nice guy.
You know how clear he is, how articulate, how intelligent he is. That's why I didn't hire him. I like dumb and insane. That's why Colin got the job.
Yeah.
He's right.
That's why Craig has such a shot now.
But Craig's boring though.
Yeah, Craig. He also had to turn down tomorrow.
Shot.
What's that?
Craig had to turn down. Jerry asked him to come in tomorrow.
Why is that?
Craig couldn't do it. Work got in the way.
Knife sharpening?
That's right.
Can't you sharpen his knives at a different time?
Said it wasn't a very sharp decision by you, Craig.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Jesus. That was still too on the nose there, Mike.
I know.
You do better than that. I don't mean to cut you
Not
off,
edgy enough.
Yeah, all right. I guess I'll allow it. A little dull, but I'll take it.
There we go.
Go ahead. I'm enjoying listening to Carano shit on Dave.
I don't want to hear any more Carano shit.
I mean, well, let's play it anyway.
Well, my problem too is just blowing.
By the way, you got lots of Twitter friends, don't you? Lots of people raving and crazy.
I move the needle.
You do. I mean, I don't, we've tried some other people in this spot and didn't get nearly the reaction we did from you yesterday, even though
Dave.
you didn't say a whole lot yesterday, but you got lots of fans out there. Why is that? Just
what the fuck happened to this guy?
Jerry literally asked him. I made fun of Jerry. He's like, it's because of quantum leak. I'm like, it's because of me, you
fucking
shithead.
loser.
So does he think? Is he under the impression
Sitting there
that quantum
sucking
week?
Carano off. Not that Carano would like that, but I mean, it's like,
You told all your sheep to leave bad reviews on his podcast. They all go and do it. The sheep come out of the fucking woodwork when Carano comes in the mix.
It's true.
It's unbelievable.
I
How
talked
Jerry
to Jerry,
is not
I
a
talked
little
to Jerry
bitch.
the other day. Jerry's like, you're not going to tell people to stop listening to my podcast again, are you?
I'm going to do it. I'm going to fucking do it.
I was like, I might. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Who knows?
Did Jerry think? And I'm not even shitting on quantum week.
So I'm sorry, Mike, because I'm going to forget. The other thing is, Jerry's like, you know what Cullinane did too? He promised we'd get to 4,000 reviews, and he left, and we were too short.
And all of them were like, fuck Cullinane.
But I was like, do you think life changes at 4? I mean, I don't even know if we have 10 reviews. Who cares?
Now they're on the outside looking in.
Yeah. Leave some reviews for Jerry, okay? Good reviews. Leave him 10-star reviews.
Just two more.
Just 2, yeah. 2 5-star, 4 or 5-star. What's the highest one?
5-star.
5-star. Leave Jerry a 5-star review. Now he's got.
Yeah, do it for us too. That'd be nice.
So was he under the
Well,
impression?
why? What does it matter?
It is a big deal.
For what?
Because it triggers Apple and algorithms and this, and now you start to show up more, and you got to do it.
It doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Go ahead. What were you saying, Mike?
So genuinely, was Jerry under the impression that you found Matt through Quantum Week or something?
No, I think Jerry does a weird thing, and Dave knows this too, where Jerry will not say my name a lot. It's very strange. He'll be like, even took a while when Dave left. I listened to a few episodes. Like, you're going to work for that guy, which is, I think personally, like a fear of Murchison move. In a way.
Well, maybe. I was going to say, can I take a guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just because I hate doing it out of fear of like ripping the show. You know what I mean? Like I try to minimize mentioning this unless it's like literally Craig was on and we have
When
to
are you
talk
ripping
about
the
it or
show?
something. No, not ripping the show. Ripping the show off. Like mentioning you and talking about Minihane.
What did you say? Do we get the sound of Mike ripping the show, Dave?
Go get it.
Go ahead.
No, but I always feel weird because then I feel like you're gonna say that I'm, stealing shine off.
Well, I already feel that way.
Wonder
So it
if
doesn't matter. You can say if you want.
But I'm saying I wonder if that goes through Jerry's head.
Nah, I think Jerry. I have in still
scared of you.
real fear in Jerry.
He's scared of you. He's not scared. I don't think it's the Murchison thing anymore because he always says like my former best friend. It's just, and he also just has those things he goes back to that he just repeats non-fucking.
No, you think so?
Am I allowed to listen to this podcast again?
Do you like wrestling? Like, oh my fucking god!
Wow, a lot of anger.
Because I like him.
He's the greatest. I love Jerry.
That's all. So I would have thought he would have said, no, we both made a mistake. He's the one who fucking hired the guy. It's not all my fault.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he does. But he admits he knows.
He also thanked me so much for being a part of the process.
He said he also has told me he's nothing but praise for you behind the scenes. Honestly,
I did. Was I hurt? Sure, but I'll move on.
It seems like you're really upset.
No, it's fine. Whatever.
You know what might be a good thing for you to do?
What's that?
Talking points. It might be time. It might be time for you to see the first 2 words here, Mike, on this copy.
I can't, but yes.
Talking points. Yes.
Yep.
Very good.
It says here, what is therapy? That's for BetterHelp Online. I think they probably know.
I know what it is.
I'm just going to give people a hint. When they say talking points, what is therapy? I think we know what therapy is. And I could tell you BetterHelp Online Therapy is the way to go now. First of all, and thank you for helping sponsor the show. In 2021, the way the world has changed over the past year, you don't have to go if you don't want to. I still do. I'm a little old school, but I'm thinking of changing my ways. Because I don't know if going to the same therapist for over 30 years has helped me that much. Maybe it has. Maybe I'm wrong. But you can do this now online, way quicker, way faster. You can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. You still seeing your therapist or no?
I am. I've legitimately thought about using BetterHelp because I'm still doing it over the phone anyways.
Right. So so you should think about it.
Yeah.
And if you were going to do it traditionally right now, if you were going to stop, it would take you forever to find someone new. Here you get started. You unload your stresses, you get some unbiased feedback, and you'd be surprised. You gain from it right away. See if it's for you. Okay, maybe it's not, maybe it is, but it offers video, phone, even live chat. Some people don't like to do it on video. I totally understand that. You say some things you're not comfortable about. And I think they're totally comfortable with that as well. So you go to betterhelp.com/Kirk10. Betterhelp.com/Kirk10 and get moving and get feeling better. We're very thankful for BetterHelp for helping sponsor this show. Betterhelp.com/Kirk10. So I was saying earlier, before I forget, before I was so rudely interrupted, as Gerry Callahan would say.
Yeah. Hey, Kirk, knock it off.
Knock it off, Minihane.
Trying to do a read here.
I was thinking this weekend, the golf tournament was in Hartford. The Greater Hartford Open was this weekend, or whatever they call it now. Travelers now, I'm sorry, yeah. And Andy Bissonette, I think, is the guy. Actually, I think his last name is Bissonette, the guy who runs the tournament. Okay. So Gerry did a read once where Bill Smith, who's a great guy. You know Smithy, right, Dave?
Yep.
You probably do too, Mike.
I know the name. I got emails from him. I don't think I ever met him.
So Gerry did the read, but the guy from we would go to the Travelers every year. The guy who ran the tournament was doing a thing back and forth with Gerry, but Gerry was doing it like, it was taped. Obviously, they were in two different rooms.
Yeah.
And this guy Andy was doing it. And it sounded so fake. We used to play the old show all the time, and Gerry was like, and how did you manage to get McElroy here this year? And he sounded so angry about it. It was almost like accusatory. Like, what did you do to get you? Drug him? So mad.
He did that. I think there was an ad read like that too, where he was talking to the guy from Shea Concrete or something. And
It's
he's
his
like,
brother-in-law.
Tell us about your and then like the room, you can tell the room changes that he's in.
Gerry's a natural reader. You had fun with Gerry, Dave.
I had a blast. I love Gerry.
Yeah, I love him too. All right, let me see here. What the hell is it? Oh, okay.
Read verbatim.
This is from Boston.com, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so what is the premise of this story? Okay, it's not dependable for me at all. Boston.com readers weigh in on the Uber and Lyft shortages.
Which is absolutely true. I'm glad someone's speaking out on this.
Is that true? Yeah?
100%.
Okay.
As I've often complained around the house.
Zippera Osai is the writer. I could be wrong. So they asked readers if they've noticed a change in the quality of rideshares access in the city. And the answer was an overwhelming yes. It doesn't seem like a leading question, I just want to say, but that's okay. They got 276 responses from the Globe, which is like, it's not such a great response, is it?
I guess no. I mean, for newspapers nowadays, probably.
That's true. Just for example, Amanda Sanderson. I spent over an hour waiting for an Uber. I found a random taxi service to take me home. It was 4 times the price of the Uber, Amanda said. I don't want to drink and drive, but I also live in Malden and can't walk home. It's almost like a threat.
They're leaving me no choice. Get your kids out of the streets.
So they went to some other people as well. Alex from Somerville. The first night after the mask mandate was lifted, I went to a bar in Boston. Closing time rolled around. There were no Ubers or Lyfts, so I had to take a blue bike home.
Okay.
Kaylee in East Boston, my fiance and I tried to get an Uber home to East Boston. We tried for over an hour. I mean, there's a lot of complaints here.
It's a real pain in the ass.
Grace in Malden. Here's Ken. He lives outside the city, struggled. Here's somebody from Waltham, Alba. My boyfriend, who is blind, takes an Uber to work 2 or 3 times a week. Sometimes the wait will be so long that I have to clod down the stairs and drive him myself. Once a week is okay, but sometimes he has to fill in work last minute for his coworker who gets sad when he can't get to the gym.
That's true.
Again, I don't know the editorial process here.
I am always complaining around the house.
Are you saying you think that's Alba?
I think it might be.
Oh, you didn't ask her about that?
It fits. It fits us.
Again, I don't mean to. I don't want to get this person's name wrong. I'm sure. Zipporah.
Okay.
Zippora?
That's how I would say it.
Zippora?
I'm sure that's wrong.
I know. You're just trying to get everything up here and get your story in. When I see the word clod down the stairs, CLO, that's a very unusual word to use.
More than that, when my boyfriend's coworkers
that's the other part.
Too sad to go to the gym.
You get sad when you can't get to the gym. So, yeah, there you go. Those are always fun.
That's true. We both get sad. We have different triggers.
Who did that, Dave? Do we know?
I forget the handle of the person. Yeah,
Who's
but it's
Albert?
somebody in the world. Yeah.
Oh, right. No, sure. Naturally, of course. What else? Anything else, boys?
He was playing me some sound of Big Cat talking about his favorite barstool.
Oh, we should
right,
do that.
you wanna do that?
Yeah, 1 second. I got to take a piss. 1 second. Two of you, Dave Callahan and
Oh boy,
and Mike Geary.
Entertain the YouTube masses.
this is the first ever live edition of this.
Hello, Mike.
Why are you saying hello to me?
I don't know. This will probably be cut from the podcast, so don't worry about it. Don't worry. We'll cut.
I don't think you have that authority.
Oh, fuck me. Fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, that would have been. I should have just let you do it.
Yeah.
And then tattled on you the next time I'm in.
Well, that's true. That's true. Well, coming up next is the Big Cat sound. I don't really know what to say here.
Just have a conversation, for Christ's sake.
What do we talk about? What did we talk about before the show? We talked about.
A lot of great stuff. The cameras, the YouTube.
I found out that you weren't available on Friday because Kirk texted me in a panic that it would be just him and I, which was very obvious.
I like that. I presented a candidate to you. I said Quantum Week Chris.
Oh yeah, I don't mind that idea.
You poo-pooed it. You said
I did not poo-poo it.
You said no one. I believe the quote was, "No one from that fucking show is getting
No,
on
that
here."
is a lie. That is a blatant lie.
Not on my watch.
No, I figured he wanted more suggestions from the media world, but I think he was in last year, right? I don't remember all of it.
While
but he
I was
good.
gone, I think he was.
Yeah,
in.
I don't remember all of it. I think he was good. So hey, that's fine with me. What?
Just you're a very natural conversationalist.
Well, when you're put on the spot to do that, it's very awkward.
Right.
It's very awkward.
Dave's shooting down my guest ideas.
That's not true.
Who'd you have?
I said Quantum Week Chris,
We tried that.
and he said no one from that dog shit show is coming on here.
I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, okay.
We tried him once. It was. He's a very nice guy.
Oh, okay. Didn't work.
No, we did. We did it when you were gone.
When I was gone, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it. Yes.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Oh, all right.
It was outside the box, I guess.
I mean, you know,
Not really.
Not so much.
Literally not.
it's
not
someone
at
that
all.
could. It's someone that could come in.
It's true. It's a warm body.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Big Cat. I said this to you the other day. We forgot to play, Dave. Big Cat was on. I don't know where was he?
I
Part of my
believe he
take,
was
huh?
on Part of My Take with this. Yeah.
Because Hank's talking.
That fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. So they ask who was podcast.
Yeah, they did like a frequently asked questions
I
on
got you,
PMT.
okay.
So
What's your favorite podcast at Barstool that you are not affiliated with?
That's a good question. I like the sit down. It's pretty good.
Nope.
What?
Well, it could
that's
be.
not. It's not here.
Could
Yeah.
be.
That might be a future one.
Can I say KFC Radio even though I was affiliated?
No.
Okay. What the fuck?
I gotta unplug the fridge.
All right.
I like Chiclets.
Chiclets is
Chapman
great.
Chiclets is
I love
amazing.
Chiclets. I love those
Chiclets
guys.
is the best.
I like. Trying to think what my favorite
Token
one
CEO?
is.
Dave Portnoy show.
Good show. I
good
listened to that.
drama.
Yeah, I do listen to that one. I mean, I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but when I do listen to
Unnecessary
podcasts,
Roughness is good. I'm a college football fan.
Color
Dave
Daddy,
Portnoy show.
R.I.P. I like
We're
wrestling.
now just listening to all listening.
Yeah, they're trying to
listing
think
all
of
Yeah,
Barstool.
Well,
podcasts.
here's what it is. Now, this is my belief. Dan Katz reminds me. You know what Dan Katz reminds me of?
Who's that?
The late Patricia Minihane.
Really?
Yes. Whose
why you guys are so close.
Whose entire existence, to the very end, was to try and make everyone happy. Everyone happy. And when you try to please everyone, Mike,
I've found that.
You
Yes.
please no
You
one.
please no one.
so I think he's in the room like PFT doesn't like me.
Right.
And I don't like him. So I think Dan's like, I can't say that show in front of him because I don't want to make him uncomfortable. I just want to do my thing. And then later on, he went on Twitter and kind of
Apologized.
Yeah. And then he makes some of the fans happy. So then they're satisfied.
Yeah.
And PFT satisfied and everyone's satisfied. So he's trying to make everyone happy.
I gotta say, he's one of the best at it. People like him.
Oh, absolutely.
He's a beloved character.
Absolutely.
He's tap danced his way through this.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if he reached out to Callahan and apologized.
You wouldn't
he
be.
did.
Yes, no, right. That's a Dan move.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Because he's a sweetheart. He's
Oh, did
a-
you really not know that?
I didn't know that. No, he's a sweetheart. He's a wonderful guy.
He reached out to me 10 minutes before I was going to text him, asking him to do a video for the show.
Right. So there you go. So I mean, he felt. I think that's a move because what's his face? Ricky Baby there is not a Kirk Minihane fan.
Ricky Baby.
He's not. I think he's. Which is I don't really know.
But does he-
I don't really know why. I don't know where that dislike comes from.
That's
but
what I was gonna say.
nor-
Does he dislike you that much that he couldn't say your fucking name?
I think I think he thinks of me as like I'm not a big liberal or something.
You're poison.
Yeah, which whatever. I think look, their podcast is super successful.
He should have
not-
said it
it's
if
not-
nothing else to annoy Hank. He could have played that game. The Kirk Minihane Show.
What's
you know?
that?
because Hank was on here, he's shitting on your show.
True.
He could have just said that as
Maybe Hank will be on Love Letters soon. Who knows?
Could be.
Well, maybe.
You never know. But I mean, like, if you ask me my favorite podcast at Barstool, part of my take would not be on the list.
Wow.
Really?
It's out. It's out now.
Who is it? Who's number one? Play this game now.
What's that new Casey Smith one? What's that new Casey Smith one?
Oh, I like Casey. Please don't get me.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I don't want to criticize that because it is. The sledding is rough. I'll say the sledding.
Casey Smith texted me about trivia and was bitching about you guys.
Is that true?
I just wanted KMS quotes to get that.
There you go. There you go. I mean, Liz Gonzalez. That's a rough scene. I don't know what Casey's doing. No, I like Dave's. Dave's is good. When I don't like Dave's when he's talking about TikTok and when he
BFFs
when he does bars. No, within the Dave Portnoy show when he's doing stuff that I don't care about. When he shits on when he does Barstool stuff, I listen to it.
Yeah. The Kevin Clancy show.
Kevin for sure. KFC. Do I listen to anything else from Barstool?
KFC Radio.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
I think the dog walk is. I got to listen to that. I hear a lot of good things about that.
I've never asked on that.
No, you got to go.
Yeah, I like Eddie, but it's too bad. Am I forgetting something I like on there?
Call her daddy.
I Token CEO, I do subscribe. To me, it's like very guest. Like if she's talking to somebody about
Kelly
about
Martin.
like empowering and stuff, I'm fucking out. I don't care. Just honestly,
it's not very woke of you.
But that's not for me. That's a different audience. It's not for me. Colleen doesn't miss an episode.
Never missed one. No.
Probably
going to appear on one soon, I would assume.
I would think so.
At this
Yeah,
point.
you can
That
explain
would be
everything.
a great business talk. A meeting of the two titans.
Mansplaining with Dave Cullinane.
Erica, here's what a podcast is.
But I love Biz and Ryan and Rear. So
Yeah.
But I mean, part of my take's a monster. It's great. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And they're gonna belittle my podcast. That's their prerogative.
They could have given you a nice bump. The
That's true.
Take bump.
That's true.
They didn't have you on to promote the case.
Well, it is interesting. I've never been on that show.
Yeah.
And I have such a relationship with Dan. That's what I'm saying. Like that. See where I'm getting at?
You're just not a pardon my take caliber guest.
I would not want to go on there.
Is PFT like a big company guy, like very supportive to other people within
I have no
company?
idea.
Because you don't see him anywhere else, really. He just does part of my take.
I think everybody likes him within the company.
But you don't see, Dan is fucking everywhere.
Yeah, I think he's a quiet, he just does his show.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely if he fell off a cliff tomorrow, the show would be fine.
Yeah.
I just that's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I don't know. He can be funny. I don't listen to that show. I like Big Cat, so that's kind of why I listen when I listen.
Yeah.
But he can
I shouldn't say it either. I shouldn't say it either. I
He
mean,
can be funny on
they've
Twitter.
been very successful. So, I've seen the Twitter stuff. I get it.
Yeah, it might get a little old.
I'm
after a
briefed.
while.
I get it.
You're misspelling shit.
I get it. I get it. I can, but the idea, and I'm sure he's a very nice guy. I'm sure he's a big part of that show. The show's through the roof. They deserve everything. I'm thrilled for those guys. But the idea that they would take that show off ESPN after a day is insane.
That's crazy. I always forget
so
about that. It was
fucking
on
dumb.
ESPN.
That's so dumb. To take that show off, Jesus Christ.
But that's why ESPN is where it is. They make
true.
decisions the same as radio.
That's true.
It's
true. Simpli Safe. Go to simplisafe.com/Kirk. Highly trained security experts ready whenever you need them, whether it's a fire, burglary, medical emergency, or just when you're setting up the system. And by the way, I've never met PFT, so maybe he may not even hate me, by the way. Who the hell knows?
He probably doesn't.
I've heard he does, but that's okay.
I took a selfie with him.
You did?
This is years ago, though.
Oh, I think I meant the other day.
No, I didn't do that. I tried to act like
I would think it's weird to hate anyone based on what you know of them on.
Oh, well, welcome. Welcome to the fucking world.
Yeah, but you go at people. You could
they
see
hate
that.
me in that building.
But I'm saying
they hate me in New York.
I guess if he's friends with K Marco
That's
or
what I'm
something,
saying.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, but if someone there went at Mike, I mean, you and I probably wouldn't care. But if we had a better relationship with him, we would defend
Mike?
and want. Yeah.
Oh no, I wouldn't. No,
No, but I mean,
certainly
you could
not.
see where PFT is coming from if you go at a lot of people.
Tommy Smokes was carried on a fucking pedestal in there.
But I'm loathed in that place by certain people, and I don't actually understand why. I mean, I guess I do. Of course I do.
Yeah, Ellie Schnitt and K Marco would be the two big reasons, I think.
Right.
Why, probably. Because a lot of people were friends with them, it seems like.
Yeah, and they fucked up, and we called them out for it, and that was that. It's
just gone.
Yeah, I mean, that's life. Simplisafe.com/Kirk. Simplisafe.com/Kirk. So you get your house totally safe, customize, set up yourself. You can do it in under 2 minutes, by the way, to customize that system on the website. And then you're all set. They send it to you. You do it yourself. I did it. And then you don't have to worry about home security ever again. That is one thing off your mind. Simplisafe.com/Kirk. Simplisafe.com/Kirk. 60-day risk-free trial and a free security camera. Nothing to lose. Simplisafe.com/Kirk. Real quick, maybe we'll take a few calls in a minute or two, Dave. I didn't send this to you, but I sent it to you, Mike, the other day. That yesterday.
Stern thing?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Who's that? That was
So those guys are the Who Are These podcast?
I've heard them before.
They honestly, this podcast would be perfect for them because I think they basically just take an episode. They don't listen to the show ever, and they take a random episode and like break it down.
Yeah.
And so like a random episode of this, they wouldn't understand, right? Probably.
Right. Probably hate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they did a good job, and
Yeah.
it is. What they did was they went through a recent Stern episode and just broke it down, and it is the most disturbing part of it, and it doesn't work. I should have the corresponding sound. It's my fault. Is that Mitch McConnell bit?
Oof.
Oh my God.
Oof.
Oh my God.
Sounded just like, was that him on the phone?
Oh my God. And Stern pretending like it's funny, and it's just.
George Takei sounds rough too.
He's like 90 years old.
I haven't heard him talk in a while.
Jesus.
Lost the.
I mean, we spent a lot of time on the fall of Stern, but it is wild.
Yeah, that they did a perfect job breaking everything down. I will say though, like people say you're influenced by Stern. I've never heard it more than when he goes, I never heard of that movie. And they were like, you were talking about it 3 weeks ago. And he's like, did I like it?
That is me all the way. That is definitely true. But yeah, those guys. So what's it called?
I think it's like Who Are These podcast?
Yeah,
or something like that.
yeah. It was good. So go look it up and find it. All right, Dave. We'll take a few calls.
All right. Let's see. Some of them have been hanging on for a while, so let's see if they're still with us here. 781. You there?
Tweet out we're taking calls as well. I know we're live on YouTube, but we have a bigger audience. It's not watching on YouTube. So tweet that out, Dave, with the number 814-277-KIRK.
781, you still there?
Kirkinator.
Uh-huh.
What's up?
What do you want?
It's KB.
It's Nick.
No, it's not KB.
I'm a
Nick.
fool.
Jesus. Nick, how you doing?
Come on, Mike.
Oh, I like
You know
Nick's.
my voice
I
now?
like Nick's podcast too.
Oh, have you listened?
Yeah, I was gonna.
I like those guys.
Absolutely. Yes, I have, Nick.
I was gonna say, me and you have texted privately about how much
Correct.
you like the podcast.
Yes, we
so-
have. Yes, we have.
It's very sweet.
Not text publicly. You texted privately about that. What's new with you?
Nothing. I'm in Harlem. Still fixing the dirt bike. So.
Are you still fixing the dirt bikes?
No, Harlem.
Did you
Make a brand new one.
Did you take any? I forgive me. Did you take any time off during the pandemic? Did the company shut down? The dirt bike company?
No. We just had to wear a mask. That was it.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. So how's business?
So good. I just made a fortune on this brand new bike I had to make for a guy.
Oh, well, tell me about it.
Well, this guy came in a couple weeks ago with his dog. His dog was really sick. He said he wanted a new bike because he was going out on the wind in the wind. So
Yep.
he said he wanted all black with a nice big Russian flag on it.
And his dog was sick?
Yeah, the dog didn't look good.
Oh no,
I don't
that's
know,
too bad.
I don't know who he was. I'm just saying.
Was he wearing normal clothes? Or was he wearing pajamas in there? Or was he dressed properly? Or
Yeah, he's wearing pajamas.
Interesting.
He was eating some gourmet burgers and brews, like food, and then,
he was eating some gourmet burgers and brews? Oh, wow.
It seems odd though. You're such a big fan of the show. If it was someone affiliated with the show, you would know who it was,
Well,
right?
maybe he's not. He's just checking in.
I'm just wondering.
Huh. What else is going on with you?
Not much. I was just getting ready to call Jeff Dulo because I want you on my team for the dozen.
Too late. I'm already a season. I already got my season 2 team.
Who?
I haven't announced that yet.
Can't
Nick.
tell you.
So that's locked in. You're confirmed.
Well, I just confirmed it to Jeff D'Lo himself.
Wow.
Nick would be a good one because he writes the questions. So
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Right. But I will say that one of the people involved with the team asked me like what about potential team names, and I want to say to this person, it's my
you're
team.
asking the wrong guy.
It's my team. So it's like
Oh, true.
I'm the horse of this team.
Are you the biggest name on this team?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. As Don Rickles said in his roast of Martin Scorsese at the AFI Awards, I look around this room and I realize, aside from Clint Eastwood, the biggest name here. Clint Eastwood is now happy. His name has been mentioned. I fell into the Rickles vortex the other day for like 2 hours.
Oh yeah, that'll be
it's unbelievable.
just those roasts in general. are
Incredible.
fun to watch, yeah. Because those guys like knew each other on some
Yeah.
level.
Oh, but we
Whereas
worked
now
with
it's-
Clinton, worked with Scorsese.
Yeah, now it's like you get fucking Snoop Dogg and Mike Tyson.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
All right, 908.
Teamwork makes the team work.
Is that Jerry?
It is.
No, I just want to say, like, that's the dumbest thing he had on that show, Colleen. But
I don't even understand.
What did
Hold
I
on,
say?
hold
What
on,
do you mean?
hold on. What are you saying?
I just never understood that read. Teamwork makes the team work. I've heard him say it.
Oh, on Shay, he has a Shay. Yeah, teamwork.
I thought that was a mistake.
Oh.
I thought he made him. I heard that yesterday. I thought he made like a
Teamwork makes the team work?
I don't
Well, teamwork makes the team work.
Teamwork
that's
makes the teamwork.
Does that kind of mean the same thing?
That's why it's the word.
Team. It's finding a.
This is not a thinking man's riddle. It's just
maybe it is though, Mike. Maybe it is.
I don't even remember.
Collar,
Did you ever meet Greg?
Hey, so I believe
Very nice guy.
I could be of assistance. I may be with a Mr. Springsteen's son this weekend, and I want to get him to KMS.
His son?
Well, work through the son to get the father.
Sure. Go ahead. Good luck.
That's interesting.
Well, what if we have the son on and then we kiss?
Him,
right?
I feel like he wants to stay away because of Barstool. I feel like he has.
Of course he does.
That tie to Barstool that's not good in their eyes.
Yeah, Bruce Springsteen will never be on the show. That's never going to happen.
What if you have the son on and bully him, and then Bruce calls in to defend him?
That'd be good. I would like that.
All right.
Leave the kids alone.
All right,
for
I'll get
Christ's
it done.
sakes.
Teamwork makes teamwork.
Oh, well, okay, get it done.
There you go. Goodbye.
Teamwork makes a team.
You really love that quote.
Want to get it in?
It doesn't make no sense though. I thought Jerry made
Well, it does make sense.
I just copy and paste that commercial.
Well, it makes too much sense, I guess I should say.
There you go.
All right, 401.
What's up? Hey, Kirk, how you doing?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Oh, okay.
My name is Jay, and I go by the name of Mixmaster Jay, and I have a pitch for you. I have two pitches for you.
Go ahead, pitch away, Mick Mac J. I'm Mick Mac, of course.
So, one would be, I think I'd be a great fit for a DJ for the Saco trip.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first pitch. I think you should hire me. I'll do it for free, actually, as a volunteer for a DJ.
Okay. No.
Me and Dave could do the hits together.
No brainer.
My second pitch is I'm also part of a podcast, and I would like to throw my hat in the ring to be in the drive-in on one of the podcasts on your show.
Well,
nope. Got to pick one or the other. Stay in a lane. Stay in a lane.
I'm not talking to you, Dave.
Oh, pick yeah.
Well, I mean, look. Okay, hang up on this guy. He's out. You're
He's
out.
a good guy. Great guy.
How the hell do you know these people?
They're part of the hits crew. That's part of the crew, right?
I don't want that in my life.
Oh, no, come on. Got to pick one or the other, though.
Crew. What do you mean?
Like if you want to be the house DJ, be the house DJ.
Why did you say, out of curiosity, when he said he was going to be house DJ, Cullinane Mike was nodding and just said, no brainer, no brainer. No, he's nodding like, yep. This guy, why was that a no brainer?
Well, you know, he's got skills.
I think, I don't know that much about him, but I think he was like DJ Pauly D before DJ Pauly D existed. Like he was the guy in Rhode Island.
I don't know who that is, but
you don't know who DJ Pauly D is?
I do not.
He's on the Jersey Shore.
Jim Tan Laundry?
Dave, I'm 46 years old.
Christ.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, good God.
I think that he uses a thing you still probably won't know. Instead of just saying the Jersey Shore.
Will you say something about my laundry? The hell did you say?
Jim Tan Laundry.
I don't know. That's Snooki, right?
GTL,
Yeah,
baby.
Snooki.
That's all of them, I think.
Yeah.
In the there's a guy who tweeted at me from that show.
Who's that?
Who's into the trivia. It might have been that guy.
That was DJ Pauly D, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I think he was. I don't even know. Okay.
Well, you've got the pre-Pauly D coming to DJ at Saco.
Okay. Well,
No,
I mean,
the real Pauly D.
well, Dave's got to get the podcast battle ready for Friday here. That's your responsibility.
That's
now.
very exciting.
This is going to be fun. You want 2 more calls?
That's all we have for 2 calls?
No, we have more calls. I'm asking you, want more?
They're loaded up.
They're loaded up.
Go ahead.
All right, 720.
Hey, Kirk, what's up?
The calls have sucked, by the way, in the YouTube era, Mike. We're early on. I'm just saying.
A long storied YouTube.
Go ahead. What's up, buddy?
Did you get an invite to the office party the other night?
No, I did not.
Did you?
You say lie, Dave?
What happened?
That's a lie.
I did not get it.
You got an invite.
Well, hold on.
Did you tell him about it?
I did not.
He has an email, and it went to everybody. You got an invite.
I was not on the Barstool email. I could show you. I did not get an email to that.
I'll look at my email.
I wouldn't have gone, but I did not get an email.
You can show me your Kirk. Oh, I won't say it, but your barstoolsports.com email.
Correct.
I think everyone pretty much figured it out.
I actually don't think.
Boy, what do you put between those two things?
That was just Kirk at Barstool. I get it. Oh God!
All right, go. Keep going. Yep.
Nor do I. But
Okay,
like,
so
I wouldn't. Well, 1 second. Don't tell.
apparently-
Shut up. Shut up, Dave. I'll tell him and then talk and not talk. I'm surprised you didn't go.
We're here. We're working. It was last Thursday. I was here.
Okay. What would you have wanted to go?
If you wanted to go, I would have gone as a team there. I would have gone. We drove together.
No.
I wouldn't have gone without you.
I wouldn't have gone for $1 billion. $1 billion I'm not going to New York for a barstool party. Look,
That
For
was-
one night, it's stupid. Yeah, it's not.
Maybe the happiest day of my life was the day you said we didn't have to go to headquarters for that fucking Christmas party.
Oh,
Why? Why? What's so bad about the office?
going to cities.
I don't know anyone there.
Nobody wants me there,
You
Dave.
guys meet some people. Live a
Dave,
little bit.
literally nobody wants
It's a
me
lie.
there.
They like you, and you just hype that shit up. They were all talking.
They
nicely
don't seem
about
like
you.
they like it. They like
No, they
I don't think they like
They
him.
don't. And that's by the way, understandable. But I don't want to sit there and eat a hamburger and hang out with fucking.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to do that with like us.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes,
that's fine.
correct.
That's fine. But Mike and I should go to the next
Yes,
party.
you.
Thank
Yes,
No, no, no.
Yes,
Yes,
I'm
you're
not
right,
an employee.
Dave.
I'm not
Dave,
welcome.
first good suggestion you made.
I'm not invited.
Mike, congratulations.
Hey, thanks.
Justin, you want in?
Go ahead. What happened at the party?
Jim Florentine and live events Lisa got in an all-out screaming match.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Wow, two people who probably.
Yeah.
About what?
They talked about on the Yak yesterday, but I guess he didn't get enough help for his live event, so I thought you could relate.
Really? That's your name? Live event? Really? Really?
Is that what you do?
Is that what you do? You do events?
Am I supposed to call myself Comedian Jim?
Oh, how come there's no dead events, Lisa? We haven't done Florentine so long, I forget the rhythm of it.
I know. I think I said too many words.
Were there long pauses while he was screaming at her for like a minute?
I had no idea he was still with the company.
Neither did I. I'm surprised that the fucking Big Cat didn't mention that podcast.
Jim Florentine. I see him in the kitchen sometimes.
Wow, what were they? They didn't get enough help for what?
He's gone.
For his live
Live
event?
event.
she
I don't
didn't
know what they
promote it
did. Was it a live podcast?
I mean, she's just like the back end.
Say what you want about me. I don't ever bitch about that.
Yeah.
I don't want any help with these live events.
Also, I don't know if it's her job to promote it. Really, wouldn't that
No,
be like
just to
social
book it.
media team? Yeah.
First of all, he was there.
I'm assuming he deals with in a totally different world than Barstool, especially considering he's a stand-up, and KFC said they don't give a fuck about live events there. So
At Barstool?
yeah,
Yeah, they
like
don't.
KFC would do his like KFC radio shows, and he said he basically had to put it all together and shit.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, I think they've been helpful to us overall. I don't know. I obviously play no part in this. My role for live events is to try and shut it down before it sells out. That's my new goal now.
Right.
Smart play.
Thank you. All right. Hello.
Whether you bought tickets or not.
774.
That's right.
Hey, Kirk, it's Minifan Al.
I'm sorry?
It's Minifan Al. I've called a few times. You probably don't remember. But.
Oh, please. Good. It's great to talk to you again.
LA.
So did you guys talk about this fucking lunatic who posted the video on Twitter?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Mick. Yeah.
Yeah, we did at the start of the show, yeah.
Okay, so I know that kid, and I actually am a listener to the podcast.
Oh, my
And
God, really?
He's
the
literally
one.
like, yeah, no, and he's literally a nutcase. Like, I literally think he would fit in great with this podcast.
Keyword
Anybody
literally.
who posts that video is not sane in the head.
Yeah, I think he's trying. I think he's
I've
trying
never-
too hard.
He's trying too hard. Yeah.
So you're a friend, family member, or you're on the podcast.
No, I'm not on the podcast or anything like that. I'm just a listener.
Sussed
He's
it
from
out.
my hometown, and he's
Or you're him, which is
literally
possible.
a nutcase.
Well, okay. Great,
And-
thank you. All right, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I don't care that much.
Gotcha.
I'm thinking of using the kid just because Craig hates him. I want to make them interact more.
Oh, does he hate him?
Oh, hates him.
Really?
I've never heard Craig speak this ill of someone. Yeah.
Why does he hate him so much?
You just said he seems like a douchebag. He hates his guts.
I hate Craig's guts.
Well, shit runs downhill.
Douchebag himself. Craig thinks he's a big star now.
He does a little bit.
Yeah,
A
it's
little
like you have no personality.
Oh, stop!
A lump
you
of
don't-
shit.
You don't know shit about him. What? It's a big.
He produced a show.
So
I
what, he
think, right?
produced
Didn't he? Or
one
no?
show?
He did.
Okay,
You're not. You're
Craig
not.
Stern. I don't
You're a
remember.
little intimidating. You and Gerry are intimidating guys to work with. He has one shot at it. Come on.
Craig's fine. He
He's
can be
fine.
fun. He can be fun.
He's the alpha with that guy.
He's very quiet, especially like he didn't know when to talk when he was in here and shit like that. He did that early on my show. He didn't talk. He did it on Jerry's show. He didn't talk much. But once he gets comfortable,
Boy, what a ringing endorsement for the guy.
you got to ease him in, is what I'm saying.
I don't want to ease him in.
Well, some of us have nothing but time and no choice but to ease him in.
Nah, he's all right. He's okay. He's all right. All right, we'll take a few more. They're loaded up, I assume, David?
He does, though. It's funny. He tweeted yesterday, like, this is the most downloads ever. Thanks to Blind Mike and thanks to you listeners.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
People were giving him shit.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'll say this, though. Last very good show mentioned.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What?
I thought this was a funny line, though. I guess Steve from Providence called their show the other day.
Jesus.
And Craig
how
told
sad
me,
is that?
Craig told me that someone said Steve hasn't called in a while, so he's batting around in the minors. He's doing a rehab stint in single A ball.
Working. That is sad. That's a sad fucking little loser. Jesus. Oh, another guy I have no use for.
He's getting his cuts in.
Hello.
Jesus, now I missed the early bird special. I beat cancer. Now I'm going to beat the can. Dave, you hear the one about the Chinese Godfather? They made him an offer he couldn't understand. Kirk, what's with Justin all day? Gloomy Gus. Tell him to stop his crying. He's making me fucking depressed now.
Are you enjoying your?
Will you shut the fuck up with the toilet?
I'm sorry.
All this goddamn morbidity?
I'm sorry. Are you enjoying your experience with Dr. Kennedy so far?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Dr. Kennedy. Don't forget the last name. Kennedy. That means something.
Do you happen to know what I would say?
Teddy Roosevelt gave an entire speech once with a bullet lodged in his chest. Some things are a matter of duty. It's said in the guidance to an Italian movie, but even with the captions, I can't tell what's what. They had Jesus hanging off a helicopter. But you could tell it was a dummy.
Anything else, Junior?
Lost my uppers. God fuck it all!
Thank you, Junior. Goodbye.
I wanted to ask what I would have said if I was walking through a fish market.
That's right. That's
Morning,
right.
ladies.
All right, hello. It's good to hear from Sopranos guy.
Important day, too. The trailer came out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, one second, buddy. Sorry. Still loaded up there, David?
They're still loaded up.
Trailer's great. I have to understand because I gave the official Twitter endorsement to the trailer, Mike.
Yes. I saw
That doesn't mean I think the movie's necessarily going to be good or bad.
It seemed like you were all in.
Well, I'm all in because I'm excited, but you know, I mean, a good trailer doesn't mean anything.
I remember liking the Black Mass trailer, even though it seemed
It
like
was
kind
a
of
good trailer.
rip off of Goodfellas.
Yeah,
but,
kind of.
but it was a good trailer, so I was like, oh shit, this is going to be great.
Now, that being said, I'm very nervous about things. Like, these origin stories are weird. I don't know. What are you smiling at, Dave?
Nothing. I'm just seeing some stupid reaction. Yeah.
Anyway.
Also, my question from the trailer was, is Michael Gandolfini supposed to be like a kid? Like a little kid?
I think he's supposed to be like a teenager, right?
Okay.
I think.
He looks a little old for that, no?
He does look a little old for that. He
It's
does.
like he's got a D+ average. Just
Right, it's true.
You know, it's like they might have dug up James Gandolfini if they were going to do that.
I hope they have a part in the movie where Junior says to him, "You don't have the makings of varsity athlete, though." Think they'll think they'll have like little lines like that in the movie, like just callbacks.
There will be shit like that for sure. Yeah.
What do they do in the theater and HBO Max?
Yeah.
Yep. How did that work out for what was the latest movie that did that? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the lady Wonder Woman.
Was that on Disney Plus?
Well, I mean, there's been a bunch. Like
HBO
Cruella
Max.
did it, and
That's right. Yeah. Okay. It was like $30 on their app, and then you go to theater or whatever. Normal.
Yeah, I want to see that in the theater.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
You do want to see it in the
theater? Yeah. I mean, I don't know why it's a TV show, but I mean, I do want to see it in the theater.
Yeah. I don't think, by the way, I said they will do that. I don't think it'll be hacky, though. Like, I think David Chase will have little
I hope
lines
so.
like shit that Tony, that maybe that you didn't even pick up on, but shit that Tony said to AJ.
Right.
He's heard it from his father, something like that.
It is funny how, we'll get to the calls in a second. I've said this before, I'm sure. You know, whether it's Lucas or Spielberg or Coppola or Chase now or Peter Jackson, they resist the thing that made them for a while, but yet they always come back to it.
Yeah.
When they get older, they always come back
And
to
they
it.
maybe come back to it too late.
Maybe.
Where they're not in the same groove that they were when they
Oh,
wrote
for sure. Well, for sure, yeah. That's what's. I think when you run out of ideas and you get a little older, you know, and you get Justin on there real quick.
And everyone's asked for it. Like, everyone wants that.
I guess. Yeah, I guess. I think everyone wants The Sopranos back, but you can't have it because James Gandolfini's dead.
Right. And in his world, he gets that question nonstop, I'm sure.
Oh, right. I was saying that with David Chase and Sopranos, the same with Lucas. Lucas, for years, was resistant about bringing Star Wars back, but then he did it.
Yes.
But then once he did it, it was too late.
What do you mean too late?
Like, those movies sucked.
Talking about the prequels?
Like, the Hayden Christensen movies sucked.
No.
They really did suck.
No.
They're about, like, taxes and stuff.
Yeah, it's political. I mean, it's.
I like the ear-piercing sound when Justin speaks.
It's perfect. the quest to get Justin's mic proper is...
So is he not in that room anymore? Because you called him in.
No, he's in this room now.
He's in this room.
He's in here.
But you said, Justin, come here for a second.
Yeah, in this room. He's here. He's next to you.
He's sitting in a corner.
Oh, no, my God. They're getting worse.
Gerry was right. But my point is, forget arguing those, but for years, Lucas was understandably resistant to doing that.
Yes, because
As, by the way, was Harrison Ford.
because the technology did not exist.
As was Harrison Ford. But eventually, thank you, Justin. But eventually, with the money and everything, you wind up doing it.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
I didn't realize
Very
Ray
political
Liotta.
film.
Well, who's Ray Liotta play? Do we know?
In, yes, Artie Bucco, Sr.
Really?
No.
That's an odd.
Welcome to Vesuvio.
And it seems like Dickie Moltisanti has a bigger role than
It's
I
a
would
bigger
have
role.
thought. He's
But
like
he
the
was
villain.
Tony's
uncle, basically.
Yeah, but he's also kind of his mentor.
Yeah.
Brought him into the world of the mafia.
Yeah, I just didn't realize how much they were. It seems like he's going to be kind of the focus of the
I hope
movie.
it's not like David Chase is better than this, but I hope like Dickie Moltisanti gets shot or something. He's good. He's like, my boy, take care of my, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Don't ever kill my boy.
If you ever get in a car accident.
No drugs. Yeah. I hope it's not going to be like. I don't think it will. I have faith in Chase. All right, we'll take a few more.
I have faith in Vince
Dave.
Gilligan, and he let me down.
And that's true. See, that's what I'm saying.
508.
I have some important anonymous information regarding the disappearance of Jennifer Fay.
Okay.
It's a very serious case.
I think I've recognized his voice, Mike.
I think you might.
Go ahead.
There's a gentleman I recently became aware of who was living on North Main Street in Brockton in 1989.
Mm-hmm.
He was a young reporter working for the Lowell Sun at the time.
And living in Brockton.
And I
okay.
didn't know. He was living in Brockton and he was doing the long commute.
Yeah, quite a commute.
Up 495 to Lowell.
Quite a commute in the 80s for that job, yeah.
A terrible commute in the 80s.
Go ahead.
But I recently became aware that he had been living there. And then he left very, very abruptly and moved to Lowell. And I don't think that this Kevin Mailer character, I don't think he had anything to do with the disappearance.
Well, some feel that way.
This man's name that I'm referring to, his name is Gerry.
Last name or no?
Couldn't have predicted.
As long as this is anonymous, I don't want to be associated with this tip.
Not live tape, yeah.
His name is Gerry Callahan.
Aren't you? Aren't you his uncle?
Characterized by the fact that he loves to fuck sheep in the asshole.
I was going to ask about that, yeah.
Okay, well, go. Well, I'll take a look and see if there are any sheep in the area that night with punctured assholes.
I have another observation about the producer.
Mm-hmm.
He has a brown ring around his mouth from having his lips pressed up against Gerry Callahan's filthy, dirty asshole.
True. It's a fact.
That's true.
Thank you, Jerry's uncle.
Thank you.
As I said before, I met Jerry's uncle the day of the Portnoy 5K, and it was kind of a deflating experience.
Wow.
He was like a regular guy. He did the I'm Jerry's uncle. I was like, don't do that.
Hey, families are always rising and falling in America.
That's
right?
right. That's right. That's right. All right, one or two more, Dave.
508.
All right. Hey, Kirk. I have a question for you. What's going to happen now at the Wilbur show now that Dave and Carano are feuding? Because isn't Carano still your musical director for that
Yeah,
show?
of course. Carano's part of the Wilbur show. Yeah.
These are pros, though.
Yeah.
Put that aside.
Is there going to be like a power struggle now? Like, are you going to get like texts on the side from Matt saying, "Oh, Dave isn't doing this right"?
I'll say this. Call one second. One second, buddy. I will say this. I have gotten a text since the show started from Carano about Cullinane.
Oh, sure.
I have.
Read it.
Would you care to read it?
Let's go.
No, he asked me not to. I won't.
that's
I
very
wouldn't
sweet
view
of
this
you.
character like
It's
that.
very sweet of you.
Nonsense.
I wouldn't do that. I respect Matt.
Because here's the thing too. Because Cullinane is Steve was a self-admitted not a music guy. Cullinane's a big music guy.
Oh,
Cullinane's going to have all
excellent
these ideas about the music and how things should sound and the production. So I'm picturing a big struggle here.
Well, this is somebody who's not here. Or this caller right now is not part of the show. Listens every day. Thank you. I hope so. Listening to us, it is clear to you that Cullinane hates Carano, right? Like you're not buying the act, right?
It's dropped.
You're a fucking asshole. See, that's a yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was my.
That was very clear.
Are you still loaded up, Dave?
They're still loaded
All right, we'll
up.
take a couple more. We'll talk about AllBirds first. AllBirds.com. The perfect pair of shoes at AllBirds.com today. Simple, versatile design. Perfect go-to shoe for any outfit. I'm wearing mine right now. Breathable, machine washable, light on your feet. Better for the planet. Packaging made by 90% recyclable cardboard. Shoebox, shopping bag, mailer, all in one. Carbon neutral. And certified as a public benefit corporation. Our great friends at AllBirds. I love these shoes. Super comfortable. Wear them all the time. AllBirds.com. So does Justin, by the way. AllBirds.com. AllBirds.com. Your perfect pair at AllBirds.com. All right, hello. One or two more, and then we'll get out of here.
401.
Hey, Kirk, how you doing?
Great.
Hey, question about the case. I know it's been a few weeks since it's all wrapped up and everything. I know you also say you don't listen back to this show, but I'm curious, did you listen back to the case at all for any kind of follow-up? And then my other question is, did you learn something, or were you surprised by one thing that you kind of didn't see coming in putting that whole thing together? Was it something that really
Yes, thanks for the
never
call.
expected?
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for the call. Yes. I don't listen back. One thing I learned was that Steve Robinson will wear pajamas in the hotel and walk around.
That's all you took away from
yes.
the whole experience.
I'm still stunned. A feather could have knocked me over as I saw that. It's 6 p.m.
Well, he was hunkering down.
Yeah, the next day he said he couldn't find that thing.
He couldn't. He exhausted all his options.
Would you have done that, Dave?
Things happen with people. Probably not.
Good answer.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Things do happen with people. You're right.
That's what I wanted to say to that caller. That's my favorite type of fighting is what Carano and Cullinane will do.
Oh, passive aggressive
Where
war.
it's like it kills me to even bring this up.
Right.
but this is not how I would have.
I don't think I've ever dealt with a bigger feud like in terms of two people hating each other more. It's going to build and build and build.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We could do a rough and rowdy at the Wilbur with those two.
Oh wow, that'd be something.
I could see that.
Well, I think you make a lot of money at Rough and Rowdy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Two very
Let's talk
physically
numbers.
imposing.
Do you think you would beat him?
It'd be a good fight for sure. He's taller than me, right?
A distinct height advantage.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, we got to get the tail of the tape there.
He's
But
thin. He's wiry.
Can't outwork me.
He's
though.
younger than you, too.
I'll prepare for it for sure.
And I've seen that footwork in that dance video he does in the kitchen. So I don't know. That's a tough one.
That's right.
Tough one. Mike hates Carano too.
I certainly don't.
Yeah, fine, whatever. If you're on air, Mike Gerry, red light Gerry, we call him.
Well, Mike's got my back. It's been that way since day one.
That's true. I'd be on Dave's side in that.
Who are you supporting in this war?
Oh boy, I'd have to support Dave. I think.
Really?
I mean, I do love
I
Carano.
don't.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm with Carano
whatever
on
you
this
say.
one.
Then.
Well,
No, Dave's my guy. I think.
Because at least Carano's being honest. Dave's just not being genuine on this.
I have more. So I think that like people always say like I have more fun when Dave's in. I don't know if that's necessarily true as opposed to Steve.
Mm-hmm.
I think I could see me and Dave, telling the broads to doll themselves up and going out to dinner.
Oh my God, how awful would that be?
Whereas Carano seems more like a Steve guy. Like him and Steve would hang out.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. All right. One or two more, Dave.
508.
Kirk, first time, long time. Got a little bone to pick with you.
Okay.
$100 ticket for a dirt spot in a drive-in movie theater.
Uh-huh.
I'm still paying for it after the pandemic. But
let me apologize first for that. Was it a 357 Magnum I put to your head to buy that ticket or no?
Well, actually, I got the recommendation from Beyond Average podcast. So
Well, that's different. So here's the thing. Look. I actually almost want to apologize for the $100 ticket, but how I rationalized it was I got it as low as I could, and you could put 4 people in that car. You put 6 people in the car.
Yep.
I mean, that's $10, $15, $20 a head.
I'm packing that car full.
Oh, good.
I'm not paying a dime.
Well, remember that was a big Steve thing. Remember Steve had like a minimum for the people in the car.
You're gonna check the trunk.
Yeah, Steve is not fucking around. All right, anything else or no?
You want to do a couple more? Want to ride them out or no?
I was asking him, but yeah, go ahead. We'll take one or two more. Dave just hangs up on him, man. Boom, 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 boom,
Oh, you
boom.
think you're done? Yeah. Right.
You got your point.
774.
I have one just an idea, by the way, if you care to hear it.
Sure. Well, we'll take this call and we'll hear that. How's that? Let's end strong.
That is great.
Is it a good idea? Dave?
I don't know. I said I bet it's great.
Oh,
He's
I
pitched
heard
it to me a couple times, and I'm not sure.
Justin's pitched it to you?
Yeah, I'd like
Okay.
your thoughts on it, I guess.
Oh, I'll take this call here. If it's a good one. We'll do that, then we'll take the
774. You there?
Yep, it's beyond average mix, fellas. I'm glad you're ending with me.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I haven't figured out the drop button aspect yet. Okay. I'll find that.
All right, so what's the idea here, Mike?
So Justin texted me last week and said, hey, I don't know if you saw, The Great Gatsby is public domain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if you would want to write The Great Geary. And I said, well, what did you have in mind?
Wait a minute, I'm confused here. Start again.
Right.
So Great Gatsby is PD now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The F. Scott Fitzgerald
Correct.
novel. Okay. So he's asking you if you want to write The Great Geary. Get him on.
Right. And so I said, what would like the premise of this be? And I think like F. Scott Fitzgerald himself, when he pitched the novel, said, not sure. And so I ignored it. And then he texted me like 2 nights ago and said, hey, if you want that Great Gatsby idea, and he just say the word.
Well, this is great. Why do you care? What are you talking about? Great. Why are you worried about that?
I think Mike should write a novel.
I can't hear you. Talk. Move it.
I think Mike should write a novel called The Great Geary.
Why?
I think it's just a moneymaker.
For who?
In what
Mike.
sense?
Who would buy that?
Gearheads.
Okay, so 20 people would buy that.
Am I Nick Carraway in this?
What's that have to do with our show?
Nothing. It was just an idea I sent him.
But worry about our show. Okay. Fucking great Gerry. Was it even? What's the correlation?
They sound somewhat similar.
Is there G's?
It would just.
What's the plot in your book?
That's what I asked him.
You are now taking over, okay? So let's just say you're writing the great Gerry.
Yes.
So go ahead. Chapter 1, paragraph 1.
Mike's trying to impress his mom by throwing these lavish parties.
That's how you start the book?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't read the.
Mike's trying to impress his mom by throwing lavish parties. No, this is the book. I'm opening the book. The Great Gerry, written by Michael Gerry and Justin Trudell.
Yeah, Ghost Rider.
Page 1.
It was a dark winter night in western Massachusetts.
Okay.
The only thing warm was the slit between his mother's
Jesus
legs.
That's too easy. That's too easy.
Jesus. Kevin from Bristol writing classics.
No shit. Like, what's the?
I don't know. It's Mike's book.
He brought this up.
It's not my book.
He brought this up to you on 2 different occasions.
Twice. That's what the first time I thought it was a joke, and then the second time he's like, "Hey, say the word." Say the word on what?
And by the way, just because it's like, he could just write it and call it anyway. If it was a public domain, you think I was fucking suing for as a book called The Great Gerry?
That I'm giving to people on Patreon. Hey, subscribe to Patreon. You get a copy of The Great Gerry.
Gerald family is going to sue him. And what other ideas are in that brain of yours?
Nothing.
Good. No, good. You're good. You want.
Great Gerry.
And what is going on with this with your job situation?
I was going to bring that in on Friday.
Why are you saying it to me like I knew this?
Oh, I'm not saying it to you like you know.
Well, you just said it to me.
I'm not saying it to you.
Okay,
like
what are you saying?
I am bringing it in on Friday.
Okay, so you're going to make your pitch on Friday.
Correct.
Okay. We got a lot going on Friday.
It's a shame I'm not going to be here. Jesus.
Justin. Yeah, you'll have to be watch or listen.
I will.
All right. We didn't have anybody on today, did we? No.
No, I don't think so.
No. Quentin Tarantino was not on today, was he, Dave?
He was busy doing.
He was not on today.
Okay.
He was busy doing some mediocre podcast.
It has been. The request has been denied. You don't have to ask that question next show.
I can't believe it. Dave's reached out for 2 guests so far: Bruce Springsteen and Quentin Tarantino. 0 for 2. 0 for 2.
I'm not saying aim low, but maybe a little lower.
Beyond average Mick, maybe.
Confirmed Big Cat calling in over Carano in the war so far, just to let you know.
What?
Big Cat just confirmed he's a calling guy.
Where?
In the war.
Oh, he must be watching live.
Yeah,
odd that he'd be watching live.
He didn't like the show, though.
No, he just came. He said he listened on Monday. He's listening now.
Well, good enough. What was I going to say before that? I forget. Fucking goddamn it.
Justin Carano.
Yeah, Justin. So we got podcast war. Quentin Tarantino. So was the Tarantino thing a Barstool thing, or is he going on with Part My Take? Or
I didn't see anything. And actually, Erica sends out that email with all the guests on it. You get that?
I don't get that email.
Oh, my. You don't have your email set up.
I don't get that email.
You don't have your email set up right.
I'll show it to you. I don't get those emails.
I'm telling you, you're an idiot.
I will say,
I'm an idiot. I have an email account.
You do not have it set up
Kirk
appropriately.
Barstool Sports, and I don't get any of that.
I'll say I don't know if you're being truthful or not, but when they remember when they shut down our email accounts over the last summer, I stopped getting emails after that.
Oh, is that right?
So they might.
No, I get like.
Oh, okay.
I'll get like fucking. I get nothing from the company ones. Like when Dave sends out those ones every once in a while, I never get those.
Right.
I get like ones from like advertisers that we have.
You've been blacklisted.
You know, even like the Stephen Shea ones, I don't get.
Yeah, I don't know if you're copied on those ones. Though.
Oh, that's all I mean. Yeah. I think you were taken off the email list when that happened or something.
Okay, which is fine. I don't. Well, that's not true. I'd actually like to at least see the company email so I can maybe talk about them on the air or something.
Erica sends a great email out, like a whole synopsis of the week, what's coming. Oh, it's fantastic.
I have never,
on the edge of a seat.
ever received that email.
Fantastic. New advertisers, new big guests that are coming in the office.
You think they might want to put me on that?
I don't know if I've ever heard anything referred to as a great email.
He likes a good email.
Erica sends a great email.
Very well structured. Very well structured.
Any other big guests you're reaching out to, Dave, or no?
No, I haven't seen anything crazy. Anyone you want me to reach out to?
No, I'm good.
All right.
And the company is on closure next week, correct?
Yes.
How about Bob De Niro? You think?
But I believe KMS should be producing some type of content next week. Don't you think?
No.
How about some YouTube stuff? Can we? You'll let me just fuck around on YouTube, right?
Sure, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Certainly, you'll give me that, won't you?
Go ahead, Mike, do it. I was having dinner that night.
At least give me that. Was I at that dinner?
I was having dinner that night. There was dinner to be eaten that night.
Okay, thank you. Gee.
All right. So patreon.com/blindmike. What's up? What's coming up?
Patreon.com live stream tonight at
what do we got?
5:30. Me and Craig will be going over all the day's wacky news. And tomorrow, Hanging with Blind Mike. Oh, subscribe to YouTube as well.
Okay.
We do free More on Money, and the free episodes are up
on YouTube.
if you'd be so kind.
Is that just, where is that? Is that just
Blind Mike Project on YouTube.
On YouTube. Do go subscribe. I will do that as well. What was the show you guys did the other day? You made fun of something the other day. One of these shows, TV shows.
Oh, yes. Shit. What did we do? It was not very memorable to me, apparently.
Not good. I forget. But I wanted to watch it. I haven't watched it yet, but I will. All right, Dave.
We did The Neighbors, I think. Was that it? The one you saw? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, Karen, maybe?
No. I
I'm not
forget.
sure.
I don't know. Dave, anything from you?
Nothing crazy.
Okay.
No.
Well, so we're back Friday. Justin's pitch to be hired, and there will be podcasters here making their pitch.
How many people should I be expecting in this?
70. I don't know. Keep it limited. Smaller the better.
Okay.
1 or 2 from each one, and we'll talk to each of them and get an idea if they're any good or not. And I will. There's no poll here. I will be rendering my decision.
You know, none of them are going to leave during the show. Like,
That's
you're
what
going to
Justin's
have to
here
walk
for.
out. Oh, okay, that's true.
That's Justin's.
So
role.
we're gonna have to, like, what about patching people in? You know, Menners is gonna want to be in. A guy like him.
I was going to get here for the live show.
He's not going to be at the live show, Dave. What the fuck are you talking
Oh,
about?
he wants to do it remotely. Like he
Well,
wants
no,
to,
the answer is
okay.
no.
Oh.
No, he can get here or not. I don't care.
Do a good show though, don't you think?
No, I don't.
We're trying to entertain people at this event, right?
No.
All right.
No, it's not really ever been my goal, honestly.
Dave
Jesus.
trying to cozy up to the
Shit. So lonely, little loser.
What?
Oh, God.